looks like it's good.
Well, Cal did here when he gets here. So last game wasn't last week. You guys escorted your cargo a couple days across the road. This is much for Smear who wasn't here. Somebody was incredibly nosy. It was for the most part a pretty good trip. There was one part where you found some weird tracks through the woods, but it was kind of crisscrossing. So you're like, nah, that goes in a different direction. Fuck it, who cares? And you guys kept going. You get ambushed by some thieves, and then you made it to the city where a particular wizard and a particular turtle got arrested. Well, like, the wizard caused the problem. He summoned the image of a hydra right smack dab in front of the warehouse of the city, like
where they keep the Ark of the Covenant.
It's like right outside a military kind of, or like right outside Area 51. He decides he's gonna make it a giant greater image of a hydra. At which point he freaks out all the guards. And Doi is there, so they both end up getting arrested and thrown in jail for a night. And Gold is like, fuck that shit, and flew away. And then after like the most of the night, he's like, okay, hey, this is what happened. I just didn't want to tell you because we were having a nice night. So Doya has a record now.
She does.
Yeah, I just withheld the information until I figured everyone had to take a chance to unwind. And I was basically like, yeah, we'll probably go bail him out in the morning.
I don't know if much of a stretch there, Red. I pretty much just had Smurf say, yeah, fuck them, let them sit in there for a day, because they deserve it. Would that be something Red said? Or Smurf would say? Let him sit in there for the night?
What was Smurf would he been told that Doyle was like basically innocent, or?
He just, I don't know, I think you just said that they got arrested.
I left it vague. I said Gunjin is a bad influence on Doya, and we need to separate them.
I just figured Smurf might have been like, let them sit in jail for a night, and then next
Smurf
morning...
probably would have been, like, basically, they can't cause any trouble there.
Yeah, I thought as much. So you guys got tossed out the jail just as the other group came up to get you guys out, because they don't feel like dealing with that. Unless you wanted to pay for a bit, like, deal with that.
Not it.
Yeah.
Not it.
It was easier that way. Now, it was kind of convenient that you guys just happened to show up and get your cart loaded on a train that works every other day. So it could be timey-wimey here and say, if you guys wanted a day in the city, you can have one. Or we can just skip to the train leaving. Because the cargo is now on a train for Smurf.
I think Smurf would honestly probably just, if we had an extra day, Smurf would just be trying to essentially do more recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
He needs, once he gets his little church built, he needs people who help tend it while he's gone.
I just didn't know if anybody wanted to do anything in the city while he had a chance. It's a bitter city. You guys were here before. It's the one where you spent some time trying to figure out where what's his name is.
Yeah.
But it sounds like doesn't matter too much.
I go back to the library a bit.
All right.
Yeah, I don't really need any like. Okay, actually, how much do I have? Let me see here.
I mean, you guys just get a windfall. Well, no, one of you bought something, but I think everybody else has money.
No, I mean, I have money. I have about 1,500 gold.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant Arvin bought armor, but
yeah,
like that's the thing is, I could really do with some full plate.
You want it's a bigger city. You'd be able to find that in here for sure.
Yeah, I guess I'll go look to see if I can't find some.
Fortunately, I don't think I can get anything better than mine, unless I was to find magic armor.
And Brew, I mean, Smith would bring Brew along, Arvin along.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I would, yeah, I would go along because, what else am I gonna do?
Yeah, Smith would happily bring him along if nothing else, because Smith's like, I hope you're better at bartering than I am.
Oh, that is, yeah, that's something I excel at. Sometimes.
Well, I don't know if you're lying or not, but that's okay.
That's
Oh,
my
man,
point exactly.
Man, were you really bad last year? Just
Yeah.
pushing and pushing.
Smith just comes
Yeah.
and said that odds are good, Arvin's probably gonna lie. He's just like,
At
Lying's
least he
fine
lied
if
for the
it
right
means,
cause.
I get something.
All right, well, if you want to try and haggle the price down, roll a persuasion check.
Sure.
However
I'll
you will.
assist.
You will assist? Did you, just assist, or...
As in, I will help give him advantage on his roll.
I understand that, but just advantage? All right. So,
Yeah, I don't
Persuasion?
have a spell. Like, I don't have any good spells for that.
yeah.
Except persuasion? Okay. I'll use my thing for the day.
Oh, your shirt?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hell yeah!
Wow.
Nice.
The 2 on the other side. I was gonna say you could have added like bless or something to that. Does it check? It works for still chats, right?
The shirt?
Oh, I bless as well. Not bless. Guidance.
Oh, I wasn't sure he was. I didn't know if he was guiding or not. That's why
He
I
didn't.
used. It's the same thing. I think at the
Yeah,
end
it
of the day,
could
it's
have
a
added
D4,
on.
right?
Would add it on, but I mean, you still got a pretty fucking good one. He's willing to drop a 1,500 piece of armor down to 900.
Deal.
Wow.
Fucking 25.
That's a really good deal.
I really wish I had saved my gold
Maybe he
for
was.
this guy.
Yeah, right. Well, it's too late. You already rolled your natural 20 for the night.
Yep.
No, I mean when I bought my armor in the last town, so I kind of wished. I'm just saying, I should have waited to get to a bigger city.
Not wrong.
All right.
It's like a 35-40% discount.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I mean, what I say is, I mean, you're only going to you're going to save 40% of the material it would take to build a human-sized set of armor. That's my sales pitch.
Yeah, that was so. I like it. And Smith would just, calming nod along and maybe try and, offer muffins and stuff to help keep the shopkeeper in good mood.
It's not. I mean, that is actually not a lie. He
Roll
would use much less.
Red. Roll a d20, and if it's high, he was actually a member of the one of your a follower, and that's
He's hoping.
yeah. Just to add a little bit. Yeah,
Yes!
high enough. He was a member. That's what kind of helped it along.
And so it slowly begins.
Start getting discounts across the region. Any particular in the library you wanted to find there, Marble, or just kind of more of the same?
More of the same. At this point, he's generally just kind of like curious if he can find he heard a few things from that elf talking about her book. I'd like to learn more about. Like he has this one, but he doesn't know how it works or anything.
Yeah, it's just a spell book where
He's
hers
like, can
was
I
something a
make it
bit
do
more.
that?
Yeah, hers was a bit more. I guess roll an investigation or Arcana since it's also in magic. It seems to be a particular wizard focus that allowed her to kind of do that, whereas you went. Your training is different, a little more martial. Hers would have been very scullery. Some people, they can weave flames around people and not hurt their allies. Some people, like your particular wizard resident troublemaker, can make illusions. Hers was mostly like about the book,
Mhm.
about scripts and writing. That's what you picked up.
I mean, not just that, but just like books in general. But I'm not like looking for anything. I'm just that's what he does.
Yeah, sure. The different staff, no one you recognize there. And Doya,
Yep.
what do you want to do?
Doya kind of seems quiet. She kind of seems affected by her night of imprisonment, and she's just
Sitting in a cell,
yeah,
just
kind
you get the
of
one
With-
light that
thinking
would've been
about
like,
it.
With only Goon for company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been like a stone cell, the bars, the one like little torchlight on the hall across from you to kind of give you anything. You sitting on a bench.
You watch a snake familiar go by your cell 3 times.
Oh yeah, he did that, didn't he?
And then
He did. This thing just got thrown out the wall as it kept getting got caught. And it's not like they'd be able to climb the wall like up. Oh yeah, it's up
Oh, I
there. Sure.
I think we said that the spell components and stuff and the focus would have been taken away. I assume
Oh yeah,
just
all,
like
all that stuff would have been
anything that
gone.
was a weapon.
So if it was killed, that would have been had to resummon, but at least he just kept snapping it back. Well, if that's about all we're gonna do in the city, then we'll go to the next day, where the train rolls into station. And you guys show up. It's held off for a bit. Some people complain. You guys show up. You're like, all right, where do you want us? And there's not the same elf who traveled with you. Fades is not there. It's a different person who seems to be more like, I work in this city. Is that all right? He just says that the cargo box has already been loaded onto a particular train. He'll point near the front. It's actually, because it was already made. This is a almost what's the word? It was made for this
Custom made?
cargo. Yeah, custom made. It seems it's like reinforced basically a reinforced large metal train cart, cargo cart. It has a string of windows that are maybe half a foot like wide along the top to let some light in, but nothing much more than that. It is near the front, just behind the fuel cart that goes for the locomotive, and then behind that is the first class, or a first class, which is like that's basically your cart up in
Oh, we're in first
Third?
class.
that's like because you guys are basically here to protect that
We're traveling on the
on his train.
on his dime.
Well, it's his train.
Right.
And he's like, that's your cart, and then everybody else is behind you, basically. They do state that there is going to be a person inside the reinforced cart, but however you'd like to manage protection is up to you. And
Is
he
there a way to
basically
get
just
to the other side of the cart?
there is a door to go through the whole through each of them, so you can't enter the reinforced one.
Okay, but we can get can we get? Is it at the beginning or the end of the cart? Sorry, did I misunderstand that? Like
It was the locomotive, the coal, or whatever is used fuel, then the cargo cart, then you guys in like a first class, then the rest of the train,
oh, I
and
see.
any cargoes further down, any like normal people's cargoes further down.
Okay,
This
so
is
it's
like
right
this
behind
is
the engine.
special. We're not putting it in the back. We're putting it right in the middle.
Okay.
Who wants
And-
to babysit the box?
Basically, you can there is a door. There's a guard inside to let you in, and only you guys would be allowed in, or like a train, like high-end train staff. And yeah,
Does that mean that the train staff are cut off on one side of the train from the other?
basically,
Cool.
only not like much train staff can get past the coal cart anyway. Remember, this is the old-ass locomotive. Think Back to the Future, where behind the train was wood and coal. It's not like someone's going to
Right.
get into the front.
You'd have to climb on top to get there.
And you ain't
There's-
doing that. Or at least the regular people aren't doing that.
Yeah.
There is communication between the front and the back.
It's 2 paper cups on a string.
Yeah, a little bit more than that. But yeah, they
3
basically,
paper cups on a string.
they basically said it's all up to you. Here's your train. They leave in a little bit.
All right. Well, we're stationed right behind the cargo anyway, right?
Basically.
Yes.
Well, then-
I'll have to do it, but first I must give Dora a firm talking to.
Doya's face is kind of blank as she stares at Smurf, looking nervous, kind of shuffling a little bit.
Don't worry, Dora, I'll go easy on it. But first, in the future, you must avoid these bad influences. Obviously, this is leading you astray. You ended up in terrible places like jail, and that's just not the way of the muffin.
Being in jail was not fun.
You nod sagely.
Understandable. It was a good lesson, though.
Doya kind of nods, still not quite understanding what she did wrong, but she nods anyway.
You're
Here's a-
topless.
But here's the thing, Doya has streak cred now. She's done her time.
Arvin would say, that Hydra you summoned killed 14 people. After you were arrested.
That's not how that works.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I'm eating, otherwise I do the voice.
That's fine.
So I know, Dora, you yourself didn't do anything. However, you spent time going along with someone who did. And that is, you just need to, consider that more carefully in the future.
If we just nod, and then go probably hang out and guard the box.
Doya nod, and then she's gonna stand beside Smurf to guard the box as well. I'll do my best to not disappoint you guys anymore.
I'd like to set up.
Oh, see, that feels so terrible.
I'd like to set up an alarm spell, or even a couple of them if I can.
Okay. Well, first, let's get you all on a blank one just for lulz. We got you here. We got you
on
here.
the screen.
And I just literally made it a set. Oh, don't want you on that. Bam. Oh, I don't need you. Goodbye. Also, I'm just gonna get
Goodbye.
rid of lighting. We don't need that. This is just basically, I'm gonna draw some boxes.
Ooh.
We're now in a void.
Please, there's gray all around us. We're clearly in the mist from rust.
Fuck it.
Just the most pleasant of places.
All right.
Whoops.
So, first
Whoa,
class
whoops.
car. And then cargo.
Nice.
Upside down check mark.
It's a really bad C.
That is an upside down backwards
Eh.
check mark.
There. And then,
That's worse.
that's too bad. That's what how it's saying. The rest of the, the front end of the train. Fuel.
These ones over here at least look like star constellations, so like I'm happy with them. That fucking sea
there's
has
a
me some
typing
kind of
tool.
way. Yeah, there is.
There.
Amazing.
Cutting edge technology right here. Live.
So the middle one is the Counter-Strike Global Offensive train, right?
Mm-hmm. No,
Bunch of fucking nobodies back there.
I read it as Nab. Nabity.
Someone has the ability to type words. But,
Yes,
so
so do
basically,
you.
I didn't give a shit. Basically, when you guys get into your first class train, for the most part behind it, seems like every passenger train is on your. You would enter from there. Then you have your hall, and these are the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay,
these is all
partitions.
windows. Yeah, each one is like couple. There's probably sits in here actually. Little just sectioned. Like Harry Potter, you know, they got that little side, and then there's the hallway, and then right against the outside
Yeah,
wall
they
is
got-
just big windows.
I'm thinking GoldenEye train level.
I
Ooh, I know that.
I've only played good video games.
Ugh.
then obviously the little connections between the two. It's not a very straight train.
We can
you
move
know,
between them.
Yes, you know,
There's,
open
like,
the
little
door.
platforms.
There's like the little. It's anybody seen Back to the Future? You know, like there's that little bit out the front, and there's the coupling. Then there's another little bit, and you can walk into the next train cart. This they said the one in front of you, reinforced like metal. This is a big ass. It's what we would have now, right? A big ass metal cart, a little bit wider, to deal with the fact that the cargo inside is actually fucking big too. Anybody who looks in, you'll see one guy in there. He's just in plate mail helmet, like he's kind of just guard. There is a little bit of room to the left and the right of the cargo box that you guys carried here, sitting right in the middle. So I guess I'll do this. That's more or less. You can walk around it a bit, but for the most part, it takes up the majority of the space inside the cargo, inside that train car. So, what would you like to do?
Okay, that was my question. Is like, how do we get around the cargo? That makes sense.
You can walk around it.
Okay.
That's why they kind of had to make a larger train just so you can fucking get around the damn thing. What did I say? Were they 12 long by like 7 by like I don't remember.
I remember.
It was big.
Have you seen Snowpiercer?
Yeah.
I barely remember it, but I know there's a lot of grungy trains in there. Grungy, the whole thing.
It's a little bit of a few carts are like, is this Tartarus? This is way too
I remember
big.
the movie. Or you probably might be talking about the show.
I watched the one Netflix show. It was
There's a
Okay.
Snowpiercer show.
Yep.
Yeah.
They made a Netflix series.
I don't know. The movie wasn't that good.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Well, maybe that's why they made a show, because they're like, oh, I could do it better.
I did hear
there's
that it was
more
better
to
than
it.
it seems like it should be.
Well, they're trying to
There's
make
other
they're-
books in the series too, so maybe
Yeah.
that's why they used the series to kind of encompass that.
Smurf
So-
just sitting to get. If this is all cargo right here in the middle,
That
Smurf
is
would sit on
all
this side.
that one box that you guys couldn't get into.
Yeah, we Red wasn't here for that entire trip, so we brought the cart here on. It was pulled by like a team of horses, essentially. It was massive, and we didn't know what was inside of it.
So the whole
Naturally, we
couldn't get into part tells me that someone tried to find out what was in it.
Yeah, but
Constantly asking, and she's like, "Get the." I'm not telling you.
I
I'm not
was just
telling
trying-
you.
I didn't-
I'm
I
not
could've-
telling you.
I could have looked inside the box anytime I wanted to, but that was not the point. I was trying to find out. I wanted someone to tell me. I didn't want to look. It was my own personal goal, which I failed.
Goddamn failure.
And actively got the person to kind of like, you know what? I don't ever want to see people again. Or at least
Yeah,
you, dwarf.
we tend to have that effect on people.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a point, maybe she might have liked the conversation, but then I kept pushing, and then probably ruined it.
I mean, she did say you could come play darts with her next time you're in town.
That's true.
Go for it. It's 100% of your darts. Shots you don't take.
The guard. He's there.
Oh, I had to zoom in. because from really far away, I'm like, is he holding a gun? But no, it's because it looked like he was holding his fingers like through a trigger. Really zoomed out,
I can see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh no, that's a
It's just the
That's a
Yeah,
jar.
this guy's packing heat, all right.
he's got
Hey, he
an
might
invisible
be.
gun.
They literally pulled guns on you yesterday.
That's true. They did.
Yeah, but those are random guns.
They weren't.
Double
No,
tap.
What is this, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes, it is. It's an invisible gun in his hand.
Yeah, I summoned Hydra and they got pissed off. so
Was the
so
blue
they
eyes white
activated.
Hydra?
Yeah, so they activated their trap card.
7 guys with guns,
City
and one guy
guards.
figured it out and then was like, "Hey, no, that one over there."
That's because he had the Millennium Eye.
Yeah, shit. Should do the other fucking snakes have the rest of the money and pieces?
Who knows?
Okay.
Wait, no, 7 of them.
I don't.
Yeah, I wanted to set up some alarms
Sure. Where would you like to place your alarm spell?
around the door, before and after the cargo cart. So the whole area between the carts, and a couple on the roof as well.
Can we cross through the alarm without it triggering, or
Yes,
is
I'll
it-
be putting exceptions on all of you plus the guard.
So sorry, like, where was that? In the spaces in between, or
Yeah,
and
so
can
like,
you have 2 at a time?
yeah, there's no. It doesn't say there's a
You're
limit.
not wrong.
As far as I can tell, there's no problem with that.
Can you ritual cast this thing and put more into that, or
Sorry, what?
can you ritual cast that so you can
Yeah.
put more than that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not using spells for this shit.
So like there and there,
Yeah, so there and there, and a couple more on the roof, just in case.
just lines.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's I think it's up to a 20-foot cube, so I'm just like making it as big as it can be, and there's a couple areas on the roof, more or less evenly spaced, because he doesn't care that much.
You could probably get 2 on there. I'm not gonna, this
Yeah,
is not to scale,
something like this.
but you can kind of get 2 up on top.
I'm gonna go back to first class and start abusing room service.
That makes sense.
And
You
then
guys have snacks, right?
Smear, if you're staying in here, like, and then Joy is just in there as well. The 2 of you are going to be sitting out in that cart.
Yeah.
Okay, just because it is a 24-hour, basically a 24-hour trip to get to the city you're going to. There are 3 stops along the way, so it kind of like slows you up a bit. Did you want to do shifts? How are you going to do that?
Yeah, I assume we probably do shifts with the guard that's in there for sleep.
Yeah.
He's basically he's in there for like. He's in there.
He's in
No, I
there.
mean for sleep. Smear set up a bedroll in here. What are you talking about?
Okay, you're just staying in it. That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joy can just tuck in her shell. She doesn't really need pillows or anything like that.
All right. And then the 2 of you, you other guys, are gonna be in first class.
I'm gonna.
Pillows are a new thing for Marble. He doesn't want to give them up just yet.
I imagine Marble is in a room all by himself,
Yes.
and
You
are
don't
the
want
other
to sit
2
with anyone.
hanging out? But there's 6 rooms in there.
So like
right.
I don't know why, but I was picturing like a communal room, but Marble was like the mole from Atlantis, just like has like a curtain and like a little light just hisses from the darkness.
And I need to
Do
rewatch
not
it on this.
disturb the dead.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good. I saw it not too long ago.
I love that movie.
Just out of curiosity, like out of the sits, any particular one, front, back, middle?
I think probably the closer rooms.
Where Art was Arvin gonna chill with Goon?
Hmm.
He smells pungent, by the way.
Yeah. No. I think he's not. I think I'm going to like assuming she's still on the cart, I'll probably go over. I'll go over what me and Graywin heard from that. I'll review our conversation with that person that we didn't actually have a conversation with, and like make notes on the conversation, and I'll make notes of all the pages I gave to her if she'll allow it, so I can at least continue the search on my own. Should something happen to Graywin that makes her get called away?
I was actually just gonna have her not on in a different room or not on the thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Just
I mean,
make it easier.
maybe I spent the rest of my last day in town doing that. Then, in that case,
And I'm gonna set a bat up in the cargo cart as well.
after shopping, I'll give Goon his own space for now, but I won't ignore him if he tries to have conversation. And I will. I'll just think about the last couple of days and try to piece together my memories. And I'll not disturb Marble as much as possible for once.
Are you okay?
Well, I'm not Dulric, but
It's not like Arvin has any reservations about it either.
not as much. But he's maybe a little more conscious of the fact that you don't like company necessarily.
All right, you have a bat.
Also,
in
you
the
got
house.
rebuffed like 2 days ago.
What's that? Sorry.
Also, you got rebuffed like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, I'm probably reeling from that.
How can no one like Monk's Skin?
No, it was like, it wasn't so much like, it wasn't like rebuffed like in like a courtship sort of way. Just the fact that I couldn't like talk my way into what I wanted
Well-
information wise.
He was like, maybe you should
Information-wise.
steal this. And I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Wait, so what's
Oh,
with the
right.
bat?
Oh, right, with
That's Kyle's.
Marble. That's right.
Okay.
Right, yeah. I gave you this hot tip and you didn't follow up on it. Right. Sorry. That's it.
And Marvel's like, dude, you think I'm blind?
All right. So, train starts going. It's about
Oh,
Probably-
where's our
sorry?
contact? Sorry, you said we had a contact on the train too.
no, there was a contact outside who's basically said, "All right, this is what's going on. You got the guard
Okay,
inside,"
we just got the guard.
and he stayed in the city. Then you guys got the guard inside.
Okay. Well, at some point I'll probably annoy the guard at some point.
What's it
for
say?
sure.
What's his name?
Fred.
Fred? Please tell me his last name's Meyer.
Fred. He's
Fred,
not Fred
Fred.
now.
That's fucking weird.
Mario.
I'll just I would definitely like at some point just walk over to him and I would be like, we followed this cart from all the way from that city we came from.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you go in
Yeah, I'll
at some
go in
point
and
to go and talk to him?
yeah, just chat him up. I'd start off like casual, like, "Oh, where are you from? How'd you get hired for the job?
You single?
What are they paying you better than they're paying us?" Kind of thing.
He basically says, again, this is another person who works for Roth.
Hmm.
He's probably not being paid better than you're being paid because you guys are specialists.
We're being
Mhm.
paid with a mansion?
You guys are specialists, and he's like, I'm here.
The hell?
You guys
Yes.
are mostly the ones protecting this. This is why you're here. I'm kind of just here to look after this.
I'd
And
be like,
with like an implied kind of like in you just like I'm here to watch the cart. You guys are here to protect the cart, kind of thing. I'm surprised you never took that day to go. This is me saying that extra day to go. Like I don't know, sneak in and see something, but
nah,
nah.
I don't want to see it. I don't want. seeing it physically would be too easy.
He wants
I
to
need
get
I need
someone to
someone
tell.
to tell
You
me.
need to manipulate a person.
Yes,
You need to weasel and
yes. It's,
Otherwise,
muscles,
it's not a real victory.
no. So I would say like
He needs to get someone to lose their job to be victorious.
They certainly would.
I'd be like, we spent days with this. It is dangerous cargo. Did they at least tell you what's in this thing?
They tell you what's in
Oh,
it?
here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
I just didn't know if.
What's in it?
Well, you.
This is a
mentioned
guy
you-
who's he's in like full plate too. Like
I'm like-
you can't even see. You can barely like the slit in the armor. You can
But
see
you
eyes.
see the, you
He's a
see the
human
glistening
being.
of the eyes narrow.
But he's like, oh yeah.
I'm not supposed to say.
Oh well, that's good. Keeping down your toes. It was a test.
Yeah, I.
Pass.
Well, no, I appreciate that. I just. That's why I asked about the pay scale sort of thing. I didn't know if you were like on need to know basis. So I figured with your armor and your specific skill set that they would have at least done you the respect to tell you what's inside of it.
Oh God.
It's a need to know basis, isn't it?
Yeah. So why didn't they tell you then?
I never said they didn't tell me.
Well, then what do you think about it?
It's certainly something.
Yeah. Like, box seems like a little overkill, doesn't it?
He just shrugs.
You said they're not paying you very much.
I mean, if you like, as you're going through this, if you like, you can make an insight check on him.
Yeah, I'll
As
try
he's
to make.
clearly just joshing you the entire
I-
time.
I'll try to insight check this. Like when I ask, like, did they at least tell you the respect of saying what's inside of it?
Yeah.
I'll make an insight check on that. Which I don't have a good insight check, as we know.
He has no idea.
He doesn't
He's
know.
just, yeah, but
was
he's
probably
fine
warned.
with that.
I'll
Yeah,
just-
it's almost with that is maybe he might have been picked for this particular job because
He doesn't know.
no, not because he doesn't know, but because you don't know.
Well, let me just tell you
And you
this.
think back, you know,
Fred.
yeah, well, shit, maybe Fades might have picked this guy for a reason.
I'll just tell you this, Fred. If you hear the wood start cracking on this thing, it's not worth your life. Just get out of this train car.
Well, the wood seems pretty solid right now, so it mustn't have happened before. So
No,
it must be
we'll-
pretty good so far.
We had a specialist with us to keep what's in here contained and docile, but I'm
What
a
was their
little
name?
afraid. What was their name?
What was their name?
I believe it was Fig Newton.
Fig Newton.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a woman named Fids. I would
Yes.
say.
Figs. She was an arcane specialist.
Yes, she told me all about you.
Well, you had a conversation with her already.
We work for the same person,
Yeah.
and she was
yeah.
handing this off, and I'm here to guard it. So of course, she briefed me on everything that happened.
Oh. Well, you could have started with that, Fred. Come on.
Why? This is
You-
fun.
Mm,
The bat laughs.
you know any spells, Fred?
Oh. He just shrugs.
Okay. Okay. You're really not making this fun, Fred, and I'll just walk away.
Well, that's fun for me as you walk back out. He looks back to Smear, who's
No,
probably just
Smear-
not too by.
Smurf is on top of the crate laughing his ass off.
Oh yeah, Spears enjoyed this.
Would it be just enough room for Smearf to be on the crate in between that and the ceiling of the chart, honestly.
Yep.
You have a nice, from there you would have a good view of the very narrow slits of windows that run the entire length of both sides. So you can kind of see outside. So for the first, however long it takes to get to would be Peaford is the net first step. Marble, you're calling up room service, right?
Yep.
So, well, you are in first class, so I'd say he probably gets there fairly quickly. Get the impression maybe that's multiple people. There's a younger elf, and he comes up and he kind of opens the door. Well, kind of be a little annoying to get everything in here, so it's not my problem. It's his problem. To get everything from one train tart to the next. When I think about it, he basically just comes in. He's dressed up in a little fancy suit. Nothing too special, but a service. But he opens your door, and then he kind of just stares at you and like almost shuffles back to the wall. Just no. And he looks around in a panic. Make an insight check.
An elven guy?
Yeah, this is an elven person. I'd say
Okay.
make an insight check, and he, at this point, Dulric, or the two of you are probably
My fucking
meandering around.
insight
You're like,
checks.
this is weird. What the hell?
I mean, I'll do an insight check too if I'm allowed, but I'm.
Yeah, not so much insight check for you. Fuck, you can't make it. The two
No.
of you over there can't make any check. But do an intelligence check for me, Agent Marble.
Who, me?
Yeah. Can't get what he's thinking, but he kind of looks familiar.
Oh God.
Yeah,
What's
no,
wrong
never
with
mind.
you
He
guys?
just looks familiar. Basically, he's like, no, and he looks, and he, fuck, no, not you, and not you, and he points down like the rest, and he just runs away.
What?
I'm guessing that's
And,
a friend before
At
I
the
woke up.
at the next stop, you think you see him just bolting it into Peaford City.
What?
I expected in the last laundry, but you told room service fairly quickly.
Wow.
This poor kid, you have not recognized him since the first fucking game. And you've seen him 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, this poor son of a bitch. He's like, no, I'm not dealing with this shit again, and runs away.
Huh.
What
I'm
did you guys do?
gonna go check out what the others is like. I see like weird room service kind of guy.
If you describe him to Doya and Smurf,
Sure.
they can make their own intelligence. Goon and Dulric, you unfortunately wouldn't get anything
Yeah,
at all out of
'Cause
it.
I
'cause
probably
you...
wasn't.
That's fine. He doesn't
No,
really talk to you
Goon
anyway.
can. Goon can make an intelligence check
Nope, nothing.
because you would have met him.
Nope.
Wow.
It wasn't meant to be, man.
But that was
Yeah, I'm not asking you. He doesn't
Let's
like
see
you.
what the first one was. 10.
10.
You're like, that kind of seems familiar. I might have seen him somewhere, back maybe in the other.
Back home, back in the swamps.
Not so much in the swamps, but like after you guys met. But
Unfortunately,
you
he didn't.
can't quite. He's got a
Unfortunately, Marvel
very
didn't
forgettable
ask you 'cause
face.
He doesn't like him.
Oh,
Very
I feel
forgettable
bad.
face.
I
Until
don't.
he
That's
dies
perfect.
later. It's great. No, it's actually hilarious.
So Marvel, Doya, and Smith are just like standing around the cargo crate, being like, "You know that guy? No, not me either." But he's like,
Not a clue.
standing around like idiots, and then goes back to his compartment and calls room service again.
It takes a minute.
Yeah,
And
yo, your
then-
last guy quit when he came here.
Yeah. Another person will kind of check in. It's at the halfling. They'll be like, "Did no one take care of you? Where's?"
There's an elf that showed up and then ran away.
It was very rude. I should be compensated.
I'm considering whether to say that or not.
Where's? I actually want to make sure I catch his name. Where did I put him? He's like, oh. Well, Eleanor's new. I don't know where he's left. I'm sorry about that.
Anyway, you get any snacks?
We have lots of snacks, and he basically brings you
Cool.
your Harry Potter snacks worth of train cart.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, especially for this group and this cart, it's like, don't worry about it kind of shit. On the big guy's dime.
Is
So- Marble is living the high life.
Marble trying to live his proud that he never got to have?
Yeah,
He's just sitting in the back,
Having
getting a
food
sugar
available?
high.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Mr. Guardman,
He's mixing it up. He's got like muffins and pancakes still in some of his pockets.
no problem.
He does the jar. You know, what would you like?
He's just like shoveling chocolates in one of his.
So, how are you on your whole religious stance?
I'm fairly firmly in the. How would I put it? He believes in the protector.
You know who
Makes
else is a
sense.
good protector?
This is the worst pitch.
As I forget my own fucking gods.
I know.
The soldier. Sorry, I told him the soldier. He's very much on the side of the soldier. And it made sense considering his position. And it's like, what? Kind of just like he'll give it to you. What's another good?
Let me tell you about the muffin.
Okay, so you spend the next 4 hours regaling him with the muffin before it gets to, let's see. Yeah, about 10 o'clock, you get probably one. They get to Rose Hill. It's about 3, and then the last one. Basically, you start going north, and then around just after 6-7, you hit Fen Plain, which is where you guys bought your horses. And I mean, for the ease of now that we're on the subject, did you guys want to sell them off back at Shea Falls, or do you want them on the cart here?
Oh, no, Smurf has him on the car. He's keeping his horse.
Okay, because I know you also have dinosaurs as well in the other
Exactly.
fucking area.
Smurf's starting to
Okay,
really
so-
build a collection.
So that's probably like they'd be
We
in
have
the
to build
back.
stables on the side of our house.
The animals would be in one of the further back carts.
So next stop, we see the guard
Thank
running
goodness.
off into the train.
So it's about later in the night. You guys basically still stay as you are.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Smurf and Doy, I assume, would probably trade off on sleeping shifts, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we don't trust the guard, but you know. Smurf's being thorough. We've gotten this damn box this far.
And Doya just wants to do a good darn job and make up for her being in prison.
God, I still feel so bad.
Well, it happened, so
She was
she's
just
trying to make.
beside the guy that did it
Yeah.
and didn't run away.
Yep. Well, Marble's gonna refresh his alarm spells,
Yeah, because they only last 8 hours, and for sure it would be.
but
Um,
otherwise
actu-
it's just like having a good time.
So just after Fen Plain, it's getting about 7 o'clock, kind of getting dark. The sun is setting behind you. Marble, as you kind of just get back into your room, you hear, almost, your passive perception is enough to kind of make you realize that the train feels like it's slowing down. And then just as you kind of make that, like, wait, what? The door to your cart opens, the one that you'd be like the south one you'd be or right beside, and a figure passes the window, and for the briefest second you two lock eye contact, and it's almost like looking in a mirror. I don't imagine Marble's looked in too many mirrors, but is
He's stolen some mirrors.
a person, they're taller than you, wrapped in brown and black leathers. He's got a hood on, but just as he passes your door, for whatever reason, he just happens to glance in, and it is a familiar skin tone, just a very familiar, just lifeless eyes, and you're like, it's like looking at yourself, but older. And they also kind of just make an insight as this person walks past.
Oh, good. My insights are flawless.
It's not bad. They also pause enough to like glance at you. Like there is a moment between you, even though. Then you hear a click, and you realize your door's been locked. And he moves on, and then you hear click, click,
All right.
click. As he walked, what do you do?
I scramble to my feet and
Okay.
shove my rat into my coat and open my door.
All right. Well, it is locked. You go to grab it, and it is locked. And you quickly check. There is a little pinhole to like reset locks.
Mhm.
You can pull out your thieves' tools real quick. and
Yeah,
kinda
I'm
just
sure I have
poke
something
it in
for
there.
this.
Just give me a very basic thieves' tools check. These aren't the biggest fucking things in the world.
Disable trap.
Didn't know it was gonna bring up the whole thing.
I wish there was a way to like turn off full descriptions.
There is. I
Yeah.
just turn it back on because sometimes you do want the descriptions and I can't
Yeah.
discriminate.
13's enough. You able to click it, open the door, and swing it open and look down the hall. Just as you see, as he's like running his hand along the doors, the way you would run your hand along bars on a fence, and with each door, there's like a purple glow on his hand, and click, click, and then
That's a
as
good trick.
the two of you make a perception check, everybody at this point, for different things.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, a what? Perception check?
Yes.
Oof.
No, Marble, you're okay. Sorry, I meant
Okay,
everybody
good.
else. You're already alert to the fact.
I thought. I don't know. I thought it might be something else.
Nah. Well,
Nah. Nice.
Yeah.
7. One more 7. Double.
okay. So Doya, and your passive's enough. As you're hearing the clicking, well, Smear for your note, you can kind of also get the sense that it feels like the train's slowing down.
Wow.
Doya and Marble. And you're like, that's weird. Not sure what that is. Just this big sound from outside.
Okay.
And as you get to the end and he gets to the door, what do you do, Marble? At this
I'm-
point, Goon and Arvin, you don't even know that there's a man outside your door about to enter the next room.
Nah, I'm probably sleeping.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is he aware that I've left my cabin?
I'd say if you're going to do something, we would roll a quick, like, just easy initiative, and then it'll determine whether or not he's
Be right
caught
back.
on.
I'm gonna shout at him because
Okay.
I'm slightly perturbed.
Is it shouting loud enough to disturb someone from their sleep?
Probably.
Okay. Just. Although I'm pretty not perceptive, so who knows, that might not wake me up.
Yes, I don't.
I'm back.
All right. Well, would you like? I
Okay.
realize I don't have their.
Also,
Would you
feeling
like
the
to,
train slowing down, Smurf would have said,
Dora, watch this side. I'm going to check the other one.
Doyle nods and she kind of tilted her head to the side. Was that an explosion from somewhere?
Oh.
It wasn't. It didn't sound like an explosion.
Like,
The Smear
Oh,
Would
then
you-
what was it?
You're not quite. Well, at the 20,
Sounds like your other character's name.
it sounded like one large beat of a wing.
Does
What
Smurf
was
have
that sound?
The room to like run across top of the crate? You said there's enough room for him to be up there.
Yes, you can run along the top.
Oh yeah, he would just quickly run over there.
Shit. I thought I actually. Guess I didn't actually make character I wanted. Whatever.
Oops.
I'll deal with that later. I forgot that it's not quite the perfect upload I wanted. Anywho, Marble, and then you sent Doi to the other end.
Yeah.
Oh, dead
Either
end. Okay, never mind.
But Marble, what were you shouting? I'm sorry, I didn't. If you typed it, I didn't see.
I didn't. I'm just Marble's slightly flustered right now, so he's just like, "Who the fuck are you?"
He kind of
Because
just
he's not that witty.
The figure kind of does turn their back to like turn his head just enough to maybe get a glint of his eye, and in a very familiar of shadow, he vanishes in front of you and appears right in the middle there. Your alarm spell doesn't trigger because he tentatively shadow steps into the center of it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's
And then you hear Smearf, you hear ping on your side, and the guards kind of run off to this side now that you're kind of alert. And then Marble, you're able to pick up ping, and you're not quite sure what it is. He seems to have like through the window. Both of you can kind of see this figure place something on both doors, like with one hand each. You're not quite sure what it is. And Doya, as you're sent off to the other side, you get to the doorway, and you hear ping, and you glance up, and then there's in front of you he doesn't have his hood up, but is a elven figure in blues, blue leathers, short. I have to pull up the description of these people. I want to get it right. Would I? I guess I didn't have much of a description for him. So I'd say short, brown hair. He gives you like a smile and a wink, and then reaches down. And as he's reaching down, you two up front who are watching, Marble, do you run forward or do you stay where you were?
No, I'm definitely like
Running up to the
Yeah.
door. Do you try the door? Because the guard inside by you, Smearf, is going to try the door, and it doesn't move.
I'm going to the yeah, I'm gonna try it. And does the handle turn?
The handle turns, and it's like the
Right.
door should open, but it isn't moving.
Right.
Make with your passive perception, you can kind of see across to the other door you see the guard looking through, and the man is still standing in between you. You see a metal rod just sticking straight out of it, as if it had been nailed to it. It's just on the door. And as the guard's staring at this guy, trying to get the door open, the elf in front of you kind of makes like a stabbing motion, and as he does, this dark purple energy appears. And Smearf, on your side, the guy reels back, having been stabbed in the leg, and kind of goes down to one knee. He got stabbed through the door.
Right.
And then after that happens, he also kind of glances back at you and bends down, and you kind of see a bit, almost like a glow, as both Joya and Marble and Smear, you can kind of see as these two individuals pull out the coupling, the nail that kind of connects and holds the two coupling pieces for the train.
Sorry,
Yes.
can I move over there and
If you'd like to
Yes, I'd like
shadow
to-
step into the middle, because it is kind of dark, yeah, you can.
yes.
It is going to be a little tricky because as this is going, the train is basically coming to a stop.
Right.
But you can certainly poof into this middle. What would you like to do? I'd say there's a bit of like the little step, and then the coupling, and then like you kind of have to walk over a gap of a foot.
It's
and then,
I'm gonna shove him.
okay.
Probably not gonna work. But it's,
So like
gonna
as he was
distract him.
reaching down to
Yeah.
grab this thing, you can certainly try.
yeah, right.
I think I actually had his stats on. Oh. For a lot of these characters, I like use this kind of NPC. I want to see if I did that for him. Did this guy? you would like to shove him.
Yes.
Go for it.
Not likely to work, but it should at least distract him.
And as you're doing that, Doya, would you like to try anything?
Doya senses that something's wrong, and she kind of gets the idea that the person on the other side of the door is doing something bad, so she's going to try to go after him, open the door.
As you don't open the door, because these doors kind of move. They would pull inwards. You got to pull the door, and it doesn't move. It's not locked. It's the door won't move from its position. Something's holding it in place.
Seeing that, she's going to try to break open the door to get to the guy.
Use a strength check. Athletics. Sorry, an athletics.
Athletics?
Using.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so
Can we switch athletics?
to oppose a push, what is it? Just
It's
an opposing.
either athletics or the acrobatics.
Okay. Whew. You go to push him, and he just grabs your one arm and just kind of almost like switching sides. He doesn't throw you off, but as you kind of poofed up onto the outside of your cart, he kind of just switches you off to the other side and kind of just pushes you off against the door of the cargo cart, and then reaches down and tries to pull on the pin, and you kind of see him struggle. Well, through the window?
Yeah.
Sure.
Would there be enough commotion to potentially stir us? Or would we have heard the shouting?
Well, the moment he moved, Marble, I assume the alarm might have gone off. Did
Marble
Marble make it
wouldn't
so
have-
we hear it, or is he the only one who hears it?
He's the
Marble
only
wouldn't have
one.
triggered his own alarm.
No, but the spell does say that it triggers when someone unauthorized touches or enters the area.
Enters the area. I suppose that would allow it to go off.
It
That,
doesn't
like,
say.
kind of considers that person enter. Yeah, I can see that.
It doesn't say when you cross the border. It says.
I can see that. So yeah, it would go off.
It
Both
only
of them would have
alerts-
gone off, I suppose.
It only alerts Marble, though.
You can make it loud.
I can make it sound or mental, but this one I did both.
Well, we'll see how this
Oh,
goes,
so
because,
we
you know,
would be aware then.
hold
Okay.
person never goes well for me. He needs to make a will save.
Wow, but we're locked in our room.
Oh, that attitude.
Fuck!
Wow! I didn't even have to
Master
pull out the
Thief.
stupid stuff. Yeah, as he's pulling on it, there's like a purple glow, and he kind of just seems to. He needs it. And he yanks the pin out. And he kind of just glances up at you, trying to do that, and then he just throws the pin away, and goes to climb up onto the roof of your cart, the first class cart. And Doya, you see that other gentleman throw it out. He has the pin in his hand. He gives you another wink and just climbs up onto the roof of
What happens to the
one
door,
of the
though?
cart. The door. Oh, you tried to use a 24 to smash into a reinforced metal door.
And yeah. And if
Yep.
possible, she would try to continue on to try to crush him against the other side.
Well, it opens inwards. Well, I mean, it would if it weren't immobile. You bend everything around almost a particular point on your side of the door. It's almost like the width of your fist.
God, I know what that is.
And it is just It's like you bent the door around this point, and it is not moving past that. You can't really get, or you, for your size, unfortunately, you wouldn't really be able to get the door bent open enough, if you could, to even slip through. But you managed to get away. Marble, as you're kind of sitting there, you see that guy go up. With your passive perception, you hear another.
As he does, I have climbing pythons in my bag. Can I drop one into the hole?
Sure. They fit?
I imagine they're smaller.
Might be something.
Did we hear the flap from?
Well, we would have. I think we.
No, no,
You
no,
would
no,
have
we
heard
would've
the
heard
alarm go off. You would have heard the alarms go off when both him and Marble entered the space. So I'd say at this point you are awake and are opening the doors.
And our door is locked.
Yes, your doors to your rooms are also locked.
Mhm.
So you could get up and try and open your doors.
I'm gonna
And
use,
you're all like, clang, 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 it's not moving.
I'm gonna use the crowbar in my pack to try to pry it open.
Sure,
I
that
can't
is
pick
an
a lock.
athletics check?
I would think so.
I'd say so. Or I think it might give you some bonus or something. Does it give you advantage?
I don't.
I've
That's up to
barely
you.
ever fucking.
I'm
I just trying to think
using a
about what
tool,
the
so-
rules of the crowbar.
You could say like add D4. You could say advantage. It's up.
Well,
That's
I'd
really
like
your
to actually
call.
find out what the rules are before I.
I
do
don't
anything.
know actually. That's a good question.
Advantage to strength checks is what it does. So.
Oh, it actually says on the
Yes.
fucking tool.
Oh, look at that! You got it in
Grant
the thing.
advantage. Okay. Crowbar.
Crowbar. Yeah, actually.
Oh, I still have to hit the strength check button.
Yeah. Usually they're athletics with advantage.
Athletics.
Nice. So you're able to easily bust open your door.
That's called leverage.
And Dune, what were you gonna do?
Probably fucking.
You do have
punch
your
the
bat
dude.
in the cargo room.
Yeah, I know. I want to get out of the room first. But I guess I'll, strength check.
and sure. Athletics. And
Athletics.
smart. The gentleman who was stabbed right in the top of the leg
10 with the.
is like your guard is kind of like down on the ground going, ah, my leg. Just so you know.
No, I know.
Just so
Okay. Just
He's like,
It's
"Ah, my
probably
leg."
better. Just put some pressure on it. We have a bigger threat here.
June, you're having an issue. Did you want to take a moment to help him, Arvin?
Yeah, I'll seeing what's going on. I'll throw my crowbar in and I'll give, I guess, I'll assist with my crowbar because you still have a higher strength check than I do.
That's perfectly fine. Make another one with advantage.
Oh, advantage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, 23
you're
would have been
fine.
enough anyway.
Okay.
Between the two of you, are able to bust it open, and then you are able to glance over and you see Marble dropping I would say dropping, you're probably particularly placing this little
I'm
pittance.
I'm thinking pythons are
are they
pretty small, and
they're
I have 10
small.
of them, so I would like maybe make a bundle.
Are they straight,
Yes.
or are they? Do
Well, they
have
have
no
a thing at the end. but-
a little thing at the end?
They're basically like a spike with a loop to tie a rope to, right?
Basically, yeah.
But I've also seen them in the shape of like a nail to hold down train tracks.
Yeah.
Like a wedge shape with a loop.
I'm
like,
just trying to think
welded
if
on.
They look
if
like
that
this.
edge is enough. But if you get like two, as the person is
Is
Oh yeah.
how
running across
quickly-
the roof of your building,
How quickly is the train car moving at this point?
at this point the train is basically at a stop.
Cool. So you're trying. So Tin, you're trying to make sure the train doesn't become detached from the thing, right?
I'd say make a
Alright, cool.
strength check to get two of them jammed in there properly.
I have a better idea.
Well,
Is the
If I-
you're outside. You're
yeah,
inside.
we have another door to get through, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh,
window,
okay.
but
He bamfed into
they
it.
both bamfed into the middle.
Okay.
It'd be, I
How did-
suppose, in athletics to try and just
You said
jam these
there's-
two in there properly.
You said
Your
there's
two
a-
pittons to kind of get into the hole. I'd imagine you get like, or however many you like, to kind of just push it and make sure they fit well enough and don't just pop out. So
You said there's small windows on the side of this car.
not a. Give me a set for you. Sits. You get. They're kind of in. They're kind of just not in very far. Your car has large windows opposite of you.
Like
Harry
glass
Potter
windows?
car. Yeah, Harry Potter. You know,
And
the room
the
and
cargo car.
and
So
the
that-
cargo has very thin ones above, basically where Smurf is the only person who can see out of them.
How big are they?
They are.
Can my bat fly through them?
They're solid. They're full of. They're
Oh.
glass. They're not open
Oh,
windows.
those guys.
They're glassed
For
windows.
some reason, I thought that you like
Air
Yeah.
vents.
yeah,
No.
air vents.
No.
Okay.
If you
For
you'd have
like,
to command. You'd have to see what your bat can do before you can do it. So you'd have
We
to
could
spend an
try
action
prying
to kind of
this-
control.
You could try prying this door open.
As well, say everyone's kind of basically had an action. You hear another louder. And Marble, you're outside with your passive perception, and you're kind of just jamming this down. It was already kind of, the shadows were already resting. That's how and from the angle, it's how he was able. Both of you were able to bamf in between the two cargo carts.
Wait,
A
it doesn't need
deeper
to be in shadow.
hits. I thought it had to be in between two particular shadows.
No, I can just bamf.
Whatever. Either way, it gets for a moment darker as something almost passes in front of the light of the sky, like whatever, like the moon, kind of the sky, kind of just like a cloud passing by. And you glance up and you hear a louder whoosh. It's whatever is up there is close. Those two are gone.
I really wanna
Would you
quote
like
my-
to spend an action to look through your bat's eyeball?
No, I want to get to this door. I'm gonna pop my potion of Hill Giant Strength and start trying to pry this other door open.
Well, I'll still
door,
suggest
okay.
we use the crowbar. Like
Yeah.
crowbar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can
So
give
I'll
him the
assist.
crowbar. I said he can have advantage with the crowbar. Your stat. So roll however that would be.
That would be another.
Athletics with advantage.
I think that would be another +3.
I think, can you temporarily? Well, it's basically makes your strength 5
Yeah.
plus
your
your
plus
your
4.
athletics.
Yeah, so here we go up by 2.
Okay.
Whatever this is rolled with, it's +2.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Very nice. The door, were it not stuck by an immovable rod on both sides, on the
Oh,
outside as well,
motherfucker, Forgot about
Yeah.
that.
would have
Yeah, I
been
know.
it was
basically. You bend, like, you can break through the glass, you can bend it and just basically destroy it, but that rod is still holding the door frame, the bent and busted up door right in the middle of the fucking space, like right in the middle. It's like, how is this doing this? Actually, I think you would know because I think you have one.
I do have one. That's why I've been trying
So
to get over there.
you're like, wait a minute, I know exactly what's holding this door ball. You basically can crumple this door into a little ball, but it's still in your way.
As long as I can crawl
Because
under it.
it's, yeah. Let's say that was your action. Kind of handle that.
You can
you
actually tell
assisted.
Marble what these are, and he can do something with it. Right now, he's not focused on that.
Right now, you're kind of looking up, going, "What the fuck is coming?" Were you going to
Yeah.
climb up and chase the man, or were you just working on the pins?
Well, Goon, since Marble is right there, Goon would say something in Goon speak about an immovable rod.
In Goon speed, what would that be?
I don't know. I'm not creative right now.
Sure.
It's
There'd
cool
be a
if you
rod
don't do
that's
the
stick that
accent.
don't
It's
move.
etched in our memories.
Arvin, did you want to do anything? I think you kind of assisted him. So,
Yeah, I was assisting.
Smurf, were you just staying inside?
Well, I mean, if the
I
door
mean-
won't open,
Well, you haven't. Yeah, the guard tried your door, and you obviously can see what the fuck's going on with their door. Doya is shouting at you in the back, going, "I don't know what's going on." And then there's a bat
I
in the room.
think we're getting robbed.
I guess at this point, Marble, you're kind of the only one who can make a movement right now.
Movement?
Yeah, or something. Like, do you
something, okay.
Do you want to keep focusing on keeping the
If
your
I've-
Pythons in? Is they're kind of in? They're kind of not.
If I've heard what the rod is,
Goon has definitely talked about it before.
okay, then I'm going to attempt to take the rod and deactivate it and place it instead of the pythons.
That was my idea.
Yeah, I know, but like,
What does it?
it's
You
an
do-
action to deactivate or activate it.
Ah, so it's an you would see the one being bent and twisted around the door in front of Goon, but the
Right.
one behind you hasn't been interacted with. So you can easily turn around, you grab it and click it. So that's your action to grab it's in your hand.
Right.
But at this point, those inside the cart, it's like the world explodes as giant, wide. It's like what Talon's nails pierce. 3 sits along the front, 1 along the south, just crunch in to this cargo through the reinforced metal. Smearfish, you're on top. I like everybody inside there to make a dexterity saving throw to just stand, keep standing.
Is that me too? Because I'm on it.
You're kind of in the middle. We'll get to you guys in a second. Doy, you fall. Smearfish fall off the chart. You, matey. Let's see. Just high or low. High, you stay high. Low, you go low.
Man, we'll go high. Why not?
I mean, that makes sense. 18. You
Yeah.
fall, but you fall onto the. You don't fall off the target, which would be
Yeah.
12 feet. Marble, as you have this immovable rod in your hand, you look up as the winds that you do recognize from the plains not far from here, the 120-foot wingspan of the rock is just right above you, flapping as it has the cargo cart in its talons underneath it. And it lifts. As it lifts, we'll do a little trick with you, Marble, but Goon and Arvin have to make a dexterity saving throw as, while the pythons have been removed, or sorry, the coupling rods have been removed, it's still not properly uncoupled. So as it lifts the cart up, the 2 train cars ahead and behind also kind of rise and will be wobbling out and like basically dropping as they both kind of get lifted up, just to see if you guys stay on your feet or not. And Arvin?
Yeah, they're not going to go very far because the movable rod's still in the way of the cart.
It's
This bird.
the rod. You're right. The removal rod is on that cart.
Unless you want to make. Actually, you know what? If it's still attached like that, then it's going to provide a very decent amount of resistance to the bird.
You're not wrong. And then certainly
it's
there's
on
the
both
immovable rod on the other
sides.
cart.
Yeah.
Doy has
so
already helped rip that door down.
I would argue that
Marble
the
took
rock
this
needs to-
rod off. The one in front of you. So I'm saying this is just for your cart. So your cart actually wouldn't. Well, it would because you have the
It would go
door
up a little
bented and
bit.
busted around the rod. It would lift up to the point the rod is on and then be held there before it's dropped off. Either way,
it
this is to
depends
see
on
if
how-
you stay on your feet. The cart is being lifted at least 4 feet off the ground for you guys. On that angle. Did he say BRB? We'll get to him later. Goon, you kind of stumble back. Marble, you're in the middle of this as the one is going up. Actually, would be going up on a bit of an angle for a moment. Higher on your end.
Dexterity
And
save.
yeah, to make sure you don't fall off.
Sorry.
And then, wait, who said BRB?
No, that was
Oh,
me.
it's a BRB.
Austin.
He just
I
linked the
thought-
video.
Oh, link the video. I thought all I heard is the way the YouTube thing said. So yeah, you both
sorry.
of you fall on your ass as this thing drops up, and then as the coupling kind of managed to rip itself from the other one, because the immovable rod has kept that cart lower. It only drops a few feet, but it still drops. And I'm not gonna make that cart roll to see if it stays untrapped, because it only went up a few feet. Marble, you're in the middle of these two. Would you
Is
have?
is the coupling I'm at staying on?
No, the pittons, you only rolled a 6 to get them jammed in there. They basically popped out.
They popped out. All right.
And as you're going up, first, we'll have you make a dexterity saving throw to stay on. And then, if you would like, you can slam that rod down.
Right. Let's try that.
16's actually pretty good. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
That was
then
enough to kind of stay in between the two, and you jab the rod down on where?
I will.
Gotta pick a good angle for this.
Gotta pick a good spot.
It's already uncoupled, right?
Basically, you're riding. One cart went up only 4 feet. Your cart going like the other cart's gone higher. You're kind of like in between the two, but you're balancing between legless between the two. Where do you want to put the rod?
I'm gonna put it just like flush with the floor next to me.
On the cargo cart side?
On the cargo cart side.
Okay, the
like just beyond the door.
Just outside the door where there's that little step.
Yeah.
All right. You snap it, click it down so it holds on that place. As you're in the back, you're like, this whole thing's going up. Your door gets wrenched off as the rod is still. You busted that door up. So the door is no longer it kind of gets ripped off of the hinge for the cargo crate because the rod's holding it in space. So the rod's no longer holding the cart down because the door is separate from the cart. And up front, I'm gonna make this thing have to make a strength test to see how well it rips apart, if it can. Because that floor ain't moving. I kind of wish I knew how that thing was reinforced. How much it would rip apart. That'd probably be a lot of ripping. That's probably...
Yeah, it takes
that
30.
particular part is probably all the way across. Or would it be added on to the back end? I'm just thinking of the particular step that's added. I almost have to look up how a... I'll deal with that later. I'm just going to pull up the rock stats first.
Because the rock can probably move it, but it's
Probably
not going to
do.
move it very often or very far.
Right.
I just want to see if it rips it apart from the place he put it on.
Right. If the rock flies away with like the top of the cart instead of the floor.
Well, he has it pinched on the sides.
Right.
But yeah, how much of the rod is going to hold the entire floor, or is that section of the floor nailed onto the cart? But first, I'm just going to pull the rock out. Because I probably should... All this fun with the movable rods, that was one thing I didn't think of, is how to manipulate them. It's hot down here.
I love movable rods. It's maybe one of my favorite magical items. It's so simple, yet so fun.
It's called a gangway connection. Or at least the new one is.
Makes sense.
Boom, just getting nothing but new tires. Oh, dang. Old train. That looks like that's for most of the car.
You guys feel like this particular quest has been railroaded on us?
Or it's trying to come off the railroads.
Oh man, going off the rails on a crazy train of thought there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's actually, for the most part of the fucking thing. So,
It looks like we're dealing with a free bird.
Ah!
All right.
all right, let's see this bird. Fucking hell. Make an athletics check
Yes.
with disadvantage because the thing's holding it down. We'll see how much of the train it rips apart. Because where you slapped it is not just a nailed on extra. That whole fucking floor. It has a
Oh.
1. It had a +9. I'm looking at the same thing with a fucking 28 strength. So that's right. It
cannot
tries to
physically
pull.
roll high enough to move it.
Yeah. That was just want to say it.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
move it. That doesn't mean it can't rip it apart.
Oh yeah.
So the bird pull. Well, with this one, it doesn't seem to be able to get enough motion to get any of it up. So he doesn't destroy the fucking train. Cargo cart. But it's still up there. Doya, your door is, I'd say, more or less free. This thing is kind of being, I'm trying to think how much high off the ground it would be. So the cart itself is probably 8 feet off the ground at this point, having basically been ripped off from both sides. Doya, your door is more or less open.
Doya is gonna.
Did I make you make the dexterity saving throw? And what
Yeah,
was it?
she fell.
That was okay. That was before the door got ripped off. I'd like you to make. That was okay. The door. I was just wondering, would you tumble out as the door goes away with it? Because it would lift up and kind of have to slide out. Whatever. Your door is open. Front door and yours isn't. But Marble, which side did you want to stay on? Or are you just going to stay in the middle, as this thing is now immovable?
I'm staying on the cargo side.
Cargo side. You guys can stand up. As your movement, what would you like to do? As this bird cannot move this train.
Doya wants to try to get up and go on top of the cart to see what's going on.
All right, you can kind of get yourself up. It's dangerous as you get out. It's really weird because this thing is actually would be bending. The cargo cart is probably not liking this at all because while one end is being held up, the weight of everything else isn't. So it's probably, the whole thing's probably bending and it doesn't like this. This is a heavy metal cart. Doya, you
God
look up, you
damn
look
it.
to your right, there is a ladder. You can climb up it. I'm not going to make you fucking fight.
Doya climbs it up to
So you
get
can
on
get up
top.
on top of the ladder. You will come face to face with the feet. Can I? If this is this, I'm gonna do something. I don't know if it's gonna.
Eh?
No, never mind. Show rock to authorized players. I don't think I want to do that, but it's already happened. Just I click the run button. I wanted to show the picture of it. View. No. Show players. This. This
Oh,
giant
boy.
ass fucking bird.
Caw, motherfucker.
Dang.
Hey Tim, does your mage hand? Does it have to stay within line of sight when you use it?
No, I don't think so.
So if I were to give you another movable rod, could you move it up like inside of its mouth and then activate it?
That you'd have to. How big is this thing? Sorry, it can only go 30 feet. That hand.
Oh, is it? Oh, I don't know. Well, no, it's only out there.
Mage
It's a-
hands can only go 30 feet.
I mean, okay. How
This
tall
thing
your creature?
is fucking huge. This is a gargantuan creature.
Yeah.
Gargantuan monstrosity. Its
Gargantuan.
wingspan is 20 feet. Like I said, as Doya climbs up, its talon is as wide as her shell is wide. Like the length, like this thing is huge. And
Okay.
it's gripped onto the top of the train. Doya, as you're the only one up there, you climbed up. Would you like to try something?
She's taking a scope of the situation and she knows they need to protect the cart. So she's gonna take out her boomerang. She's gonna launch it long range at one of the talons.
It's not too long. The talon is probably 6 feet in front of you.
Mage Hand specifically can't activate magic items, by the way.
She's still gonna attack the talon.
Yeah, Is there a minimum distance on that?
Give me a second to check.
There might be a minimum
Inventory.
distance. I think no. I think it's good within a range, and then the higher. So roll your attack. It's right in front of you. It has. It's a trace. Roll your.
And this is the other
Your-
formula, right?
Yes, if you're using your big one. We got the hit
Oh,
first.
sorry.
We'll keep the 11 damage. That'd have been hilarious if it was a 1. Slittle on that. 20 hits. You do 11 damage. to it.
Constitution saving throw. DC 10 Constitution.
Oh, I
Doesn't
see
seem to
what
be
you're
a
doing.
size. I'm trying to think where I. There's no size. That being
For
said,
which one?
The Constitution saving throw did not be knocked
Oh
prone.
yeah.
That was,
Okay.
That was.
Never mind.
it has a plus 9.
Yeah,
Even with a 1, technically it would pass.
it's a tough one.
It pins off of this, and it's like, sure, you hit it.
I.
You two, what would you in the turret? What would you like to do? And Smear, if you're in there being rolled around, the guards like, ah.
I'm gonna hand off my movable rod to Dolric to give to Marble if he can, because Marble's in a better position to use it than I am.
Hmm.
And I kind of want to either if I
You're
can.
going out the
Do
window.
you want to go out and wrestle the bird?
I want to wrestle the bird, but that wasn't my idea. But I'm still not gonna wrestle the bird unless Dolric gives me fly.
You could ask him. You've seen him use it.
Do I want to go wrestle the bird?
He has no problem casting fly on other people.
See, here's the problem: is I want Goon to go wrestle the bird.
Hmm.
But I know it's a bad idea.
Hmm.
No, I'm not gonna go wrestle the bird. But if I can get, if I can see it around the bent door, I'll just do it from that way. Otherwise, I want to like try and break the window, but I want to cast a spell on it.
You can break a window.
All right, cool.
That
I'm
goes the windows go down here. Like this is a window here.
Yeah. But if he's got to break a window, if he has to break a window to peer out, and so he has sight on it, he will. But I want to cast a Phantasmal Force on it.
You would have to make the check to break the window.
Okay. Athletics.
Yes.
So you handed me another immovable rod.
Yes.
Okay.
Still have the
I mean, the window
the
shatters.
giant strength active.
Yeah,
so
the
he
window.
survived.
I say it wasn't gonna be much of an. The window does shatter, and you kind of have enough time to lean your head out.
Put out your
Um,
hands. Put up. Sorry.
Marble, are you
What?
just staying where you were?
Do I have enough time to cast a spell too when I do that?
You've already used your action to break the glass.
No.
I'll. The door's damaged.
The door is no longer attached to the door frame, and it is
Right.
crumpled around the immovable rod on the outside at the foot of. Well, it was at the foot of the.
Wait, no, wait. I'm sorry. No, because Marble took the rod out of the door, so the door should fall down.
No, he took
No,
the rod
the
out
other
of the
door.
cargo door. There was one on
Oh,
both.
okay. My bad.
He didn't
I'll
want
s-
either one of you getting out.
I'll.
To be fair, I
uh,
didn't specify you didn't
in
want
all
them
honest-
getting out.
In all honesty, that was something I didn't even think about
I'll
when I
stand
made
up
the whole
and-
situation.
I'm sure there's enough room in the doorway to get over the
Yeah, at
crumpled
this
wall.
point, at this point, you can kind of get one of you can kind of slip underneath because it's a fucking mess, and pass it off.
Yeah, I'll just if I
But
can
he
get.
is 8 feet up. Marble is
Right.
8 feet up.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Yeah, because that's how far the thing got before you
By the way,
dropped.
since I'm up 8 feet up, can I see like on the top of their
Oh
cart?
yeah. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
okay. So I have a rod. The cart's separated though, right? Or
Yes,
the-
like your
okay.
cart only went up so high because of your removable rod, and then dropped
Right.
when it's unattached.
That's
so
why
you're
I fell
on the
down.
rails. Yes, it was that jostle. If had it gone higher, the cart might have gone off the rails.
So are we gonna need?
And
to
his
actually...
went further up before Marble was able to snap it.
I'll stand out here and be ready to
All right, you kind of just get out. The thing is hovering above you, held in place by Marble's one little rod and the talons of this giant thing, and you're kind of on the step of your first class cart.
Yeah, I'll wait there. I'll basically be like, he gave me one of these. Do you want it? Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
Marble is cool as a cucumber.
I'll
Well, as
can I? I can't pass it off. He's 8
So
feet
cool.
away, right?
no, he is way above you.
You can try tossing it to me.
If you lose my goddamn rod.
Yeah, I'll chuck
It's
it.
fine. We just got 4 more.
Yeah, we just gained 4
With
more.
that
What are you
perception
Yeah,
talking
but
check,
about?
it's a trophy. It's a trophy from wrestling.
That's
Lizard
great
Folk.
with that perception check.
Sorry, what am I doing?
I see you made a perception check, and that's a real nice
Deception.
one.
No, that was a
Oh,
deception check.
I just
To
see.
say he
I just
remaining cool.
the rod was just a little bit over. I just saw the eception, so I thought it was perception.
No.
All
No,
right,
you know
I
I
was like,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
rolling perception.
Do I throw the rod or do I cast fly on Marble?
Can
I think you have
cast
to
haste
touch
on
him
me?
anyway, don't you?
Yep. I think you're right. I have to touch.
I'm sure I could reach him if I went down.
I have to touch.
Touch the butt.
I'll throw the rod,
Okay.
because then he could use it if he falls.
Yeah.
What do you want me to make? Athletics? Acrobatics? Athletics, I guess, to throw?
No.
I don't know.
You're
No.
basically making a ranged
Attack.
toss. So your dexterity, and then it would be Marble's I'd say saving throw to catch it. You're not too far, so not going to be terrible. But if one of you rolls a 1,
I'll
I mean,
roll acrobatics, because it's the same as my dexterity.
Mm.
Just because it's easier to click this
Well,
button.
if it's an attack, you can. Well, I guess
okay,
it doesn't
with
matter.
acrobatics, you're able to kind of like flint it up there easily. I mean, say with the 20, I won't even make Marble roll.
Oh, he's more
alright then.
dexterous than I am.
Yeah, like well, he also has bad luck,
Yeah,
but with a natural 20, let's say no, do roll. As it flies up into your hand, it flies up. You have a chance to catch it.
Did you say ability check or saving throw?
Saving throw, because you're trying to like it's like dexterity, trying to catch or dodge something perfectly. As you
I'm
grab
fine.
it, technically this isn't what it looks like, but a 12, I imagine, wouldn't hit you.
Would not hit me.
As you saw this energy before. It's like you kind of glance up and you're like, "Whoa!" This purple, at almost daggers, this neon purple blade kind of flings past your head
Fighting
and
so
lands
nice
into
already.
the. Yeah. Oh man, I made this character back when you were making your character.
Yeah, I was
Um,
considering it.
Yeah, it just wing. That being said, as a bonus action, you can do it again. Does a 21 hit you? I imagine it does.
Yes, it does.
Would be a D4. So, not that. A D4. Bonus actions don't use that. So let's just stab you with a D4. A 3.
Okay.
As bonus action stab you don't get the modifier.
Oh, yeah.
As this other blade, like you miss the one and the other one comes and gets you like just in the shoulder and then vanishes.
Is it
As you
day or
see,
night? Sorry.
it is. If you guys are into the near dark, it is
Okay.
like 7 to 8 o'clock.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
Just
it's
had to
fine.
ask.
As you, at the angle, the height you're on, can see that particular shadow elf walking back toward you, like stalking back towards you. But again, it's just more like you're a nuisance.
Mm.
He's not menacing, or it's just like you kind of understand the feeling as this is what it's like. he's just walking back towards you. And he pulls out, and the 2 more knives appear in his hand as he's walking back towards you. It was your action to catch it, and his action to attack. Smearf, were you just gonna hang out inside?
He said he was going to be right back.
Oh, okay. Doya, you were just gonna try and attack the foot again?
Yeah.
Were you just gonna swing the axe, or were you gonna use
I'll
the
swing
charge?
with the axe this time.
Sure.
You're up in the air on top of the cart, right?
Yeah, she's on
Yeah.
the weird angle of the cart.
The rock's having a hard time.
We'll make
removing the
that
cart
roll now.
From the
19 will
Okay.
hit. I suppose I should actually.
bludgeon.
Is the door open enough on the right side with Doya now that
And-
my back can fly out?
Oh yeah, you're back to the flown out a little, but you have to be able to see. Like you can't just tell it to fly out. It doesn't. Well, you have to
I mean,
command
yes,
it.
it is, but
Don't you have to mentally go into its brain to command it to do something?
no, I just have to go in
No,
there.
you can order it to do stuff.
Does
No,
he,
if I
but
wanted
do
to
you
have
know?
through it, I
I
have to use
suppose
that.
you could say, try and get out, and the bat will get out.
Hmm.
This is like
I just
no.
kinda
Now
forgot
that
that the bat was
you don't know that the door is open. The bat's dumb, is what I'm trying to argue. But
Yeah.
it depends on what you say. I almost had 2 natural 20s there. Either way, the 11, it actually is starting to rip and shred through the metal of the walls of this thing, as the card is starting to be torn apart between the rod, soon to be 2, and the ribs of the rock. You're hitting it, Doya. It doesn't seem
She's
to give
trying.
a shit. Doesn't seem to give a shit at all. With the second rip, actually seems to do some damage. Make the dexterity saving throw, as you're kind of on a weird angle for this anyway. Try not to fall off.
Just normal saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, no.
You fall off.
Oh, jeez.
As this thing kind of jostles a bit, you kind of roll off to the side. Yeah, you just roll back. Let's roll a d3, see which way you roll. North, east,
Oh, you're
or
on the wrong
south.
side of the cart too.
Yeah, she is. North, east, or south? South. Okay. Fortunately, you roll right off the cart. If it had been east, you would have rolled onto the other train, onto the thing. But you roll. It's 8 feet, so you make another dexterity saving throw, just not fall on your ass, but you're still gonna take a d6 fall damage. Well, maybe half if you pass. Okay, so it'd be like half of this. As you kind of you take 3 damage as you fall, and you kind of are able to keep your foot, but you're now out in on the grass, some distance away from what's going on. You are over here. The bat gets out. Just fuck it. And that's kind of everybody's round for a second. Goon, you wanted to try and cast a spell on the bird?
Yep.
How were you going to cast Phantasmal Force?
How am I going to cast Phantasmal Force? I gotta remember. Hold on. I gotta remember the limitations on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works. That's what I want to do. All right, so so it's only a 10-foot cube, but I want another smaller rock to basically be air quote circling or harassing it and attacking it.
Okay, and then I have to make the dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Intelligence?
Huh?
Lol.
Yeah, but you're gonna roll 20.
I have a -4.
Awesome.
No.
This thing has been enraptured by another bird flying around it. and it takes 4 damage.
Psychic damage.
It doesn't
it's-
seem to give a shit.
Yeah, well, that's good before psychic damage. It takes every round too. So,
Sure.
also, now that the bat's out, I'm gonna have it help Marble with the other dude wherever he is. The help action.
Mhm.
He's
That
above
guy.
you.
Just for the heck of it, let's get these guys on the board. He's on the roof. We'll just put him up here
Can
to
we get an initiative
qualify.
order too?
Yeah, I think at this point that's probably
At this
warranted.
point, yeah. Because now they got. It kind of got a little more. I wasn't expecting you guys to actually be able to fuck this shit up, so that's a great job. It's not enough to actually warrant an initiative order. All right, so let's get you in there, Bird. You in there, Guy. And you guys can pop your own people in, I believe, or do you want me to do
you
it?
know how everything's going wrong? Like, this is how, like, Payday 2 works.
Yeah, we just went into loud. Or they
yeah,
they just
yeah,
went into loud.
they went loud when they should have stayed stealth. Sorry, how do I do
Why I did
this?
that? It doesn't need to be there.
Initiative.
Well, they didn't expect. Well, they're like, yeah, no, it's easy. Locked all the doors.
And they didn't
keep
think
you
about their
guys
own
in.
magical items.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Well,
I'd say because they were still there, it was to keep you guys in.
They,
Mostly.
they forgot to retrieve their rods before leaving.
I was gonna say, like,
Had-
you could have just made them magical door jams.
To be
instead
fair,
of
there was a
removable
kid trying to
objects.
push him off the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could
Damn
easily
kids.
say that they untroubled it. Had there been no one in the middle, you don't know how it could have gone. But let's begin combat with Marble at top.
Oh, look at that.
Rod in hand.
The door behind me is still is no longer locked. I can just enter it, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna toss the rod at Smurf
Mm-hmm.
Why are
And-
you playing hot potato?
and tell him to set it down on the crate and activate it.
The cart's just gonna come out the bottom of the fucking train. Or we're gonna find out what's in the cart.
Ooh.
And the rod kills it.
Hope so.
I guess it won't. Yeah. Oh well. Too
Oh
late
well.
now.
Hard
Maybe the
drugs.
crate's really tough.
Maybe it's made of adamantium. Maybe it's filled with adamantium.
Maybe it's filled with immovable rods that just aren't turned on. This is an immovable rod shipment. They're just these guys go through so many
So-
rods on their heights that they need
So-
more.
So if you think about it, if you were to ship like a crate full of immovable rods, think about how dangerous that would actually be with just one of them activating while you're driving. Like it's just a button.
Yep.
Like, could you imagine
fuck.
driving down the highway with a semi and then the trailer just stops and explodes?
Yeah.
As a crate just stays suspended in the air.
Plane takes off and it's just stuck in the
And
air.
then during the cleanup, you have to try and figure out which one it was.
Which rod was defective?
Right.
Oh gosh.
They're all packed tight together, so you can't move any of them. But you don't know which one is holding it up. Anyway, having done that,
Well, first, let's see if well, he's not here right now, is he?
I mean,
You
it's
back,
not.
Red?
You threw it into the room. He can catch it if he picks it up. I
Right.
would say,
I mean, if you want, if you really want, I can just climb up there and give it to him. It doesn't matter to me.
yeah. He has it. Here, guard, hold this. My leg.
Don't put that in your leg.
Actually,
Ugh.
it'd be a really good splint. The leg would never move.
Yeah. I mean, neither would you, but yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you pass it off. Would you like to do anything else?
I think I don't want to leave the rod alone so he can mess with it. But he doesn't have to be.
Nope. Eat.
So if I go up to Smearf and give him my rod, is that an action?
If anything, I'd say it'd be like a bonus action or some of your movement. It's not going to be too
The
much.
manipulation.
You're just passing it off. You're not actually using it.
So then I'll do that, and then I'll come back to where I was standing over the rod that's actually stopping the train at the moment.
Mm.
Dodge action.
Dodge. Okay. Ulrich, you're next.
Yep. I'll. Is the door fucked up enough that I can get around?
Yeah, I thought you were already outside.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Because I had to pass. That's right. Because I had to pass the rod off, so I did do that. I guess I'll climb up on top of our car, if that's accessible.
I think there's a ladder.
Yeah, I'd say there's a ladder.
Just
you
so I
climb
can
up.
get
Right as you
sight.
climb up, you see a shadowy person in leather and a very mean yet somewhat hauntingly familiar look. As you kind of glance back at the other, at this point, shadow car,
Mm-hmm.
as he's just stalking. Well, he's just walking towards you with these two glowing purple daggers in his hand.
Oh.
You walked in front of him.
No, thank you.
You did this before, but you don't remember. Duck that down.
Oh, on that tower.
Yeah. The
Oh,
stone giant. Nope.
right. I yeeted a dude off a tower, actually.
I'm sorry, we don't need any more daggers right now.
You don't get to keep them anyway.
You know what?
Okay.
I don't know what.
Full disclosure, I still don't know what we're gonna do about the rock.
Yeah. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast at him.
Sure.
I think that's the best case scenario here right now. Okay, 1 second. I removed the helmet, but my horn is only 1 inch long right now.
It's cold.
Does 12 hit?
No. He kind of
Okay.
just dodges to the right. Like, no issue with for him.
I got another one.
Oh, that's yours. Okay. I thought I clicked it.
Does a 12 hit?
No. And it's like the left, right, one dodge to the left, one dodge to the right. Like, and he's just still approaching.
Yep. Nope. I'm going back down the ladder. I'll get down as far as I can with my movement.
Basically, you can get out. Yeah, it'd be like up and down, and that's.
I'll get out of at least.
Kind of just
strike
underneath.
range. Yeah, I don't want to
kind
be.
of underneath his angle.
If he walks up to the edge and does something, I want to be able to use my reaction if I need to.
Okay.
That's it.
The bird gets to make. Well. No, the bird doesn't give a shit about the other bird. It's not a job to do.
Just for context, when he removes he's got a big string tied on his conquistador helmet, so he just pushes it off and it just falls onto his back. But he's just kind of held there with like those glasses chains.
Yeah. And exactly as cool as those glasses chains.
Yes, exactly as cool as.
The talons shred and rip into this cart more and more as it's trying to lift it. It's being lifted. It's like it's bending the whole cart, whereas before the weight of this end of the cart was dipping down. At this point, this thing is lifting it up, where it's bending that whole cart basically in a big
Maybe
up
that's
into
why
the
you
air.
should go and use that rod.
Because your side is being held down.
And I feel like we should actually probably put it right in the middle
That works too.
to
The
counteract
bat.
the bending.
What would the bat like to do?
The bat is going to assist with the rock.
What's it gonna do?
It's gonna run its head and then run
Harass
away.
it?
Yep.
Oh, sure, it does that. Sure.
Yeah.
Don't
All
you need
right.
to be next to the person you're aiding to do that?
Does it? I didn't think so.
I'm not sure either, but I don't care enough.
I'm pretty
It
sure
doesn't
that's
really matter.
No one's up there anyway to attack it, so go right ahead. The person will get right, like, opposite of you. Yeah, let's see what fun tricks he got.
Yeah, my bad. I guess I was misremembering.
Did you look it up?
You don't have to ask. You know we looked it up.
I mean, I was doing the same thing too because I couldn't remember. I didn't think so, but
Sorry, I said yes, but I don't think it came through.
So,
I think you were thinking of something else, and I can't remember what it is you were thinking of.
Isn't that just the worst?
Yeah.
Marvel,
Yes.
you're getting some glowy daggers being thrown at you.
Oh, imagine that.
Now, you say they're being done. Hey, come on. I pressed the button. Oh, there it is. You're dodging, so they're at disadvantage.
Are they magic?
They're psychic.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a spell though. It's a physical attack.
Natural one. He's not gonna.
Yeah, it's a physical attack.
And then he has his other one as he walks forward. Evan, hold on. What's he got? He's got tricks.
Yeah, tricks. Can he use his dice?
$14?
14 does not hit.
All right. The second one, first one misses. The second one almost seems to home in a bit, but you kind of dodge just enough out of the way that even though it turns and it kind of twists in the air and turns to follow you, you still manage to do just enough out of the way to not hit you.
One day I'll
But-
have a psychic die of my own.
He's basically coming up to the edge, and he's gonna jump over.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's gonna try and jump over to hassle with you. As two more blades appear in his hand.
Let's wrestle.
Yeah. I'd say he probably like hands onto a bar or something. So you're both like right side by side.
If anyone
Doya.
wants to come and hang out next to him, I'd appreciate that.
Doya, what you doing down there on the ground? As this cart is now being held 12 feet above your head at one side, and then 8 feet at the other side.
Is there a point where you can climb up over here
There's-
somewhere?
Oh, if you want to run all the way down to that end, you can certainly. It is on the ground. For
Okay.
Sure. Like you can get over there with all your
And there's no way she can get up in this direction, is there?
You can climb up onto this cart. I didn't roll to see because that one went a little fucked up.
This
I
one
didn't
here,
roll
you mean?
this. Yeah, that cart. That cart fell off the rails, but you can certainly get up onto that one. That's the fuel cart, so it's not as tall as the other one, but there is a gap. So that's probably
Yeah, she's gonna run all the way over
there's
here.
a decent gap between the height of that cart and
Yeah,
the
she's
one
not gonna
that
chance.
end.
She's gonna run all the way here.
All right, your full movement,
Yep.
sprinting down to the end. All right.
Oh look, friends in trouble.
I do you.
All right. Goon. It takes psychic damage. Roll the damage.
Yeah. One second. Just D6. D6. Get fucked.
Cool.
Kyle.
And then where is it? I'm going to cast this at level 3.
At whom?
The rock.
At
through
the
the window.
beard.
Yes.
Sure, you can kind of flame it up and behind. It's a big ass bird.
Yeah, it's hard to miss.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
What element is it?
Sonic. When it hits a bird, it goes, go and get! Unless you don't want
Thunder?
to do that, but I think it's funny.
Yes, thunder.
Yeah,
Sure.
thunder.
I mean, it could be a thunder damage, but
Go on and get.
roll your damage.
That is not how that was supposed to work.
I think there's a way you can select it so it rolls that high.
No, it's just making me click the thing. So
You're not rolling your crit?
I'm trying to, but also, so that would just be the regular damage. So
'Cause it's 3. Okay, so.
it's 16, and I'll just click it again. Yeah, no, I'll have to look at it later. But like, there's not like a damage one to like roll with it. I had to click like the spell thing, and it just rolls it automatically. So I'll roll another 5d6 or 5d8.
It was only 3d8.
You're certainly making a mess of this.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Okay.
Okay, so
It
that's
flies up the bird's butt. Goes big boom.
yeah.
Okay.
So is it 16, 26,
Seems to be a little annoyed.
27,
I've been applying the damage.
35.
I think
think it's a-
35.
35 damage.
I think it's a
Marble.
bird, so it has a cloaca, actually.
This guy is right in front of you, and it looks like
Life
a
pro tips. If you need to roll 10 d8s, roll 10 d8s.
Fuck,
Well-
he didn't do them individually, did What the fuck?
Well, no. So like, I thought like if I clicked the cast at higher level, it would let me like apply something, but then it just rolled the 1d8, and then I tried the 3d8 there, and it just did 3d8. Like,
Yes.
I'll just do that. I'll do that next time, but like
The
yeah.
formula might be wrong. You might want to check it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Um,
my turn.
technically Smurf didn't get on there, but he's not
That's true.
here.
Is he back?
I don't know. Are you here? He got a 10. He would have been, and he did give it to him. So, where did you want him to place the item?
Well, at the time I thought on top of the crate was a good idea, but if the bottom's starting to bend, maybe like at the on the floor at the other end might be a better idea. That depends on whether he would make that call.
Well, even though so, with his movement, and on that turn he wouldn't have gotten all the well. Because I did make this thing just kind of a bullshit height. Let's say he got to the edge, and then he'd have to jump down, or get down somehow in his full plate off a 12-foot high trait. But he got over there. Okay, and then so it's back up to Marble. This guy's right in front of you.
Yep. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And this entire time, he's just been silent.
Yeah, Marble's feeling a bit intimidated right now. Despite how much he doesn't want to admit it, so right now he's just gonna stall for time.
Okay.
Use the dodge action again.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna use my bonus to activate the Blade Song.
Is our mystery guard over here helping out at all, or is he just?
He
kinda
is
resisting?
inside, rolling around, clutching the leg that got stabbed.
This
Took an
guy
arrow
is
to the
fucking
knee.
useless.
And that's what your job is. Dorit. Up above you, you see that the other guys jumped to deal with Marble. You have Andal on him from where you are.
He is not a warrior. He's a bouncer.
He
He's there
is
to
a
answer stupid
guard.
questions.
He is a guard.
Bird.
Technically, let's roll that dice to see how. Oh,
Bird.
Okay, let's see. Did,
Mr. Fred Guard. With his 11 HP, this guy probably could have killed him in one shot, but I didn't think of that until now. So he's just ah.
yeah.
Oh, he's doing the Family Guy thing.
Yeah, Peter Griffin.
He got stabbed right up through a door on the top of his leg. Which
Sorry,
isn't technically how this shit works, but whatever.
He was wearing full plate except for that spot.
Psychic
His
blades.
Achilles leg.
Psychic blades. Yeah, so I suppose on the side of his armor, like there's no actual damage. He's just clutching his leg, because it's not like it pierced the metal. It just psychically went through. Fucking, I don't know how that shit works.
Hey, psychic pain is real pain if you believe it hard enough. That's how it works.
Sorry, is it my go?
Yes. That has been
Okay.
the entire time.
Sorry. Well, you were talking about the guard, so I wasn't sure if you were rolling something for that. I'm going to.
No, he ain't doing fun shit all.
The dude, the master thief. Did he? So he went up to the other cart.
He is now side by side with Marble.
Okay, then I'll return to the roof. Are they still like? We're dead stopped, right? We're not actually.
Yeah, the train is not moving.
And they're slightly high off the ground, but the box hasn't fully been ripped apart yet, right?
Yeah, that tart is 8 feet higher off the ground.
Okay.
So was at your height, you're probably your height and its height. You're probably like head to head with these guys.
Shit. There's so many things I could have done, but I've traded in all my spells for healing stuff. I'm just gonna. Should I focus on the rock, or should I focus on the assassin?
Definitely focus on the rock.
And where's Doya?
On the
She's
ground.
yeah. She fell off.
As you're climbing up, she's basically getting to the cart you're climbing up onto.
Okay, I'll look down at her, and I'll say. So I won't. I'll see that she's trying to get up, and if I can, I'll move to her, and I'll cast Fly on Doya.
Solid.
Okay, so you don't climb to the top?
Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to
cool.
get a picture of what the battlefield looks like here. Yeah, so I'll go to her, I'll cast Fly, and I'll say, time to get you up there, and I'll just pat her on the shoulder and say, you can fly now.
Okay.
Flying Ninja Turtles, let's go.
And I will, if possible, I'll get into range. I don't know.
She's not a Tensai monk, though.
I'll try to keep this guy in line of sight, if possible, just in case he tries to cast some weird shit.
He's in line of sight with you.
I don't know if because he's doing some weird flying dagger shit, so if I see him doing any, like, hand gestures and casting a weird spell, I'm,
Sure.
That's my turn.
So, The bird on this turn does not seem to wrench the thing any further. It's just kind of holding pace. The bat is there. Does it keep harassing the bird?
I know what you're gonna do, but I'll deal with it. But yes, no, the bat is gonna go harass the bird and the fuck off.
Does an 18 hit your bird?
You would be surprised. It does not hit my bird. My bat, on the other hand, it does hit.
Okay. Your bat just.
Yeah.
You're not sure what exactly. You're not up there, but it's done.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I didn't expect that to last long.
It wasn't. Well, I mean, you didn't. The bird was just flying still. You're hanging out there. Make a perception check, I suppose. Just give it to you. Even with a 12, it was shot out of the sky with a bolt
Cool. From what direction?
from underneath the rock.
Underneath the rock. Alright, cool. Ooh, some jackass over there.
You guys only saw one guy on your end.
Yeah.
Smearf would kind of manage to get down off the crate, snap the thing down to no one's awareness. Would he shout? He'd probably shout. I did it.
Yeah.
Hit it. Yeah.
This guy, Marble, as you're kind of staring at him and he's staring at you, he's kind of like got his one hand on one of the bars and you got your hand on the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm.
He just leans down and flips the button and undoes the immovable rod.
I don't
and
think he
throws
can
it
do
away.
that if it's in my screen, if it's in my space.
If it's on your space, you're doing a dodge action to avoid his attacks.
Yeah, but he can't interact with items on the different space. If he wants to pick up something, to use something that's in my space, he has to move into my space. He can't do that because I'm
Okay,
there.
I didn't know that. But I would say because you're not being aggressive to him, you're just trying to avoid him though. So
Yes, but I'm still not letting him move in.
well then, let's push your ass off.
Sure.
It would be athletics.
Yeah. Be defending with acrobatics.
Did I roll before? Did I give him? I just wanted to go back up, see what I gave him.
He tries to push you, you backflip onto his hand, and then kick him in the chin as you backflip off.
Oh, I do the shadow link thing?
Yeah. You may not
Okay.
actually do it, but that's
A
how I
20.
think you do
Oh,
it.
you no! I just saw what you rolled. So even with trying to he chose to push you, and there's also an odd kind of purple glow to his hands that you've noticed before, but you kind of just bat the fuck up. Nice 20. I didn't realize you had done that.
I have advantage on acrobatics while I'm in Blade Song.
Ah, nice.
You better not move, Tin.
I'm here. If
He
you want to
says,
come help me, I'd appreciate it.
I'm working on the bird.
I don't think the bird cares.
I care. If you kill the bird, they can't get away.
Yeah, fair.
Yes, I know the bird has a lot of health, but the bird's not doing anything right now. It's just kind of there.
Honestly, I'm just checking to see the space thing, but it would take a lot longer, I figure, to find out. So whatever. Do
I mean,
I?
even if the rules didn't work that way, I'd take offense to the fact that, like, I'm apparently letting him activate an item that's under me. Or even behind me.
It would be under you.
I mean,
And
it's a 5-foot space. I could be in front of it.
it's not. Well, you guys
It
are
is
huddled
5 feet.
around the door
Yeah,
on
alright,
the
fair.
ass end of this cart. That is
That's
being
even less
warped
space
in
for him
metal
to reach past me.
for you to maneuver out of his way. Even.
I can
I'd
avoid
say-
attacks without letting him, like, reach for it.
I feel like I could have
Or
maybe
like- or-
rolled something at
not necessarily-
disadvantage, but
you know,
I'm not going to
dodging is
worry
not
about it.
necessarily dodging. I could be just parrying real fast.
Because it is it's like an avoidance action, basically. But, yeah, like I said, it's done. What's done is done. As you're kind of avoiding him, and you see he does try and lunge in, but you're trying to keep him away, so he decides to push you, and you kind of dodge it. As you're kind of manage to avoid it, you do glance up again with your high enough perception, and you see another person leaning over. It's like, you got this? You want me to take care of the kid? It is a person wearing blue leathers, that kind of blue and brown, short brown hair. It's an elf. He's kind of just leaning over, asking the other guy. And the other guy doesn't respond at all. And he just kind of shrugs and then takes the crossbow bolt and will aim it down at Dorit.
It's so annoying
Because
having someone in
aiming
your party that
down
doesn't
on
talk,
you is a
right?
little hard. So he'll kind of be like, fucking shoot this guy.
Imagine
Shoot.
having to deal with having a Shadarkai in your party.
19
Disadvantage.
to hit.
Oh yeah.
She is
You're-
beside him, right?
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've not moved yet.
I wish you said that before I rolled the button, because then I could have hit something else.
Oh yeah, because I walked up to her to
Yeah.
cast right, and then she like
She doesn't move sense.
I rolled higher.
that is still gonna hit. Yeah.
Let's see. Does that particular version of Road did anything?
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You missed everything.
Yeah.
That's,
There's a
Uh,
second rock.
You didn't even know about the
are you
first
trying?
one.
Are you trying to see if he gets sneak attack on me?
Well, he's a different Road.
Oh,
I'll be right back. I got stuff.
Well, I mean, I was here
Okay.
for the rock, for the bird.
Where are you?
Yeah.
For the bird ripping everything up into the
apply
air.
damage.
Okay.
Like I fell down and shit like that. But yeah.
I'll be right back.
You haven't.
Okay.
You have taken your turn. Okay. No, just and no one's beside him, so sits damage. He shoots you with the crossbow bolt, leans over, and it's like he'll jump to the opposite side. Well, sorry, I didn't show him on the icon. Now he's visible. He'll jump over here onto the lower area. Above Dolric, besides Marble and him.
It's getting complicated.
Indeed. And now this guy is visible. Goon.
Did
Did
do I have
Doya
a
take her
turn?
turn?
Oh,
I'm
that
waiting
was-
for it.
There
Yeah,
you go.
sorry.
Oh, we skipped over you for a second.
Well,
I was waiting.
sorry, I fucked up that because technically you could have flown away before he shot you. Because it was
Well,
a different person shooting you.
right. They're
And,
two different initiatives.
Yeah. So, Doya, what would you like to do?
She
Fly.
sees that guy attack Dolric and hit him, so she's gonna pursue him.
So you fly up on top of the cart.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna attack him.
Why did I
Okay.
get moved? Because I moved? Did something happen to me?
No, because that's where you've been this entire time, at the window,
Oh,
to the
yeah.
outside.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I think I forgot to move myself. So.
You did,
Or I'm
so I
losing
moved
my
you
fucking
for you.
mind. Okay, yeah, because I was.
Does a 14
Because
hit
my
him?
mind, I'm picturing
Nope.
the Harry Potter thing, like you said, and the window was over here. So.
These are the rooms,
I'm-
the window that's in this lawn without little intersections is the hallway that has windows on it.
Yeah, I know, but because you specifically said the Harry Potter thing had windows on both sides. So
I'm
that's
just-
what I was thinking. But fair enough.
I just
got you.
I just shout out. I'm like,
Well, you
see you
have two
attack.
Oh,
attacks.
you have a second attack. Yeah.
You don't have to use that.
Oh
since you're
shit! Right, I forgot that. I forgot that was a thing. Shit!
It's okay.
I could have been
guess
doing
I-
more damage there.
You're full of attacks.
Well, you haven't. Yeah, technically could have, but you didn't hit anyway. So
Well, I'm
again,
using
this guy is
action.
out his crossbow, and you're
I'm using action surge anyway.
okay. You have two more attacks. That'll hit. Okay.
I'm doing trip attack with that as well.
Can you trip the bird? That'd be great.
It's too big.
All right. Can you?
Oh, they're doing fucking 0? Well, yeah, you suck, buddy. Alright. He is tripped.
And I still get one more attack there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
With advantage because he's on the ground. It would be
Wow.
nice if every time I scroll up and a new roll comes in the bottom, doesn't make me pull it back down. I'm trying to read that
Yeah.
spell.
There's a thing for that, I think.
Yeah.
There's a way to stop that. I can't remember how.
Yeah,
Yeah,
11
I'll put it
doesn't
on
hit
the list.
anyway.
I'll
Right.
install it.
It's like you knock him down and then you go to Swain and he opens the leads wide and just chain onto the thing. He technically already took a shot. I'm not gonna, goon.
I will cast Chromatic Orb again at 3rd level. Sandwiches against the rock.
Mhm.
I don't think that hits. Did it hit?
No.
No. Okay. I didn't think so.
Well, it bounces. What damage did you use?
More thunder damage. Another gong get.
It just doesn't seem to affect the bird at all. You were 1 under.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, well, there you go. That's my turn.
Roll your psychic damage.
Oh yeah. Okay, thank you. Actually. Woo. That's it.
Okay.
Good day. See you guys in 15 minutes.
Marvel.
Yeah, no, I'm still playing it defensive.
Okay. Dorrit.
Oh yeah. I first I shout. If you were going to attack that one, you could have just used the ladder. I shout up to Doya. I'm going to. Shit. I'm gonna. Is there even room for me to climb up the ladder at this point?
You can climb up, but I would say with where there's you could stand off to the side till he moved through her space.
Okay.
Well, he was technically right at the edge, so you would climb up. Doya's flying above you.
Oh, hang
Can
on.
move-
Smearf did say he had placed his, right?
Yeah, but no one knows that.
Okay. But didn't he shout it?
If anybody, you might have heard.
You
Marble.
said you shouted it.
Yeah, Marble might have heard.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, I will start being more aggressive.
Okay.
If that's all right with you, though, I know you've started your turn.
No, go ahead.
To go back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
so you can go
Yeah.
back
I haven't done
Okay.
anything yet.
because it
Okay.
would have been on that last turn.
Then yes, I'm going to attack him this time.
Sure.
Be right back. I'm gonna fill my drink up while you guys do
It
this.
is not a sneak attack, however, because I can't get advantage on him. I guess I'm just gonna try and stab him with the booming blade.
Oh
Never mind.
man.
Okay. Back to Dorrit.
Yep.
I'd say you'd be able to move up, but you would move up within his space, basically, into melee range with him. Even if you went left or like north or south of him, you would be within
Okay.
his range.
I'll climb up and move to the
Well,
south
he
of
is
his
on the
location.
ground right now, so technically.
Oh, is
Yeah.
he? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because he was not prone.
So who did she attack then?
She attacked him and not his ass prone.
He's on the roof, lying down.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
on the roof lying down. Okay, well, I'll climb up there and stand to the south of him.
Sure. This is not like he'd be able to attack you because you're not leaving his range. You're just are within 5 feet of him.
Right. You said he's lying down, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Then I will
Welcome back.
I'll climb up and I'll cast Primal Savagery to grow my horn to its full 12 inches. So stupid. I hate myself.
You started it.
Yeah,
I
you did.
know. I didn't.
Hell, you can
That would
end
be
it.
so awkward.
You can just
how would you
never have to mention it again.
how
and you can
would
end
you attack someone who is on the ground with your horn on your head
I'm
Very
gonna stab him.
ridiculously.
I'm gonna stab him with the horn.
as you're climbing up the ladder? You're trying to do yeah.
It
go
says
for
I can grow teeth or fingernails. I'm just playing off the flavor of my.
Yeah, it
patrons,
doesn't
so-
really matter. It's just it's a piercing attack.
Oh, okay. How about this?
But
My
want to turn your
My
hands into
hands-
bludgeoning
my
weapons?
hands turn into horse hooves, and I'll fucking clippity clop on them.
It doesn't matter how you do it. It's, you want to be
Still
bludgeoning
stupid,
weapon, that's
yeah.
fine. Yeah, it's still gonna be done.
Yeah, okay. Well, I get advantage on it, right?
Yeah, because he's on the ground.
How do I roll this?
Oh my god.
Clippity
See?
cloppity on him. Yeah.
See,
Acid damage too.
Does 19 hit?
Yes. Acid
You
clip
have a nice
flops.
freaking hoof-shaped acid burn in the
That would
face.
be a 2d10. That would be rolling a 2d10 for you.
Yeah.
So it would
Two
automatically take that into
6 or
account, I
5?
believe. 11.
6.
Yep. 11 acid damage. And I'll say to Doya, I'll handle this one. You go after the bigger game. Pretty confident now, all of a sudden.
None of the guys lying on the ground.
Because you got big dick energy going on.
Doya, do you turn around and look at the rock?
She glances over her shoulder at it.
The rock is staring right at you as it's its turn.
Oh shit.
It lets go. The cart doesn't go anywhere. This thing is suspended 8 to 12 feet up into the air.
Oh, I guess Smurf's rod would be now on the roof of the cart.
It's on
Holding it.
it's on the far end on the floor.
Right.
Well, no, it would be on the roof now.
Yeah, because the cart would drop as much as it could until it hit the. Oh man, it's so confusing.
It's stuck to something, wouldn't it have just?
It doesn't stick to anything. It just stays where it is.
It stays physically in
Yeah,
its spot.
it's
Everything else
suspended
can
where
move
it is.
around it. Nothing can move it though. It's so confusing. It's like when they did it in Critical Role when they were inside the dragon. They used one, and the dragon literally ripped through its flesh.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it
'Cause-
kept going.
Yeah.
Like I've not seen that episode, but yeah, that's exactly what I would picture would be happening. That's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to see if I could activate it inside the thing's mouth or something.
Well, that just proves I had a complete misunderstanding of the way those items
Yeah.
work this entire fucking time.
I was gonna say anything because it didn't matter, but yeah.
Because at the beginning, Doya's
It doesn't.
door,
We'll
both
just,
of
we'll
your
just say the
doors should have
doors open outwards and then it works.
Sure.
I was kind of expecting you to say these aren't normal rods; they're just door wedging rods. or
Well, at
something.
first I was going to use like a putty, and then I thought, well, there is a magical item. Why come up with something? I said, well,
Mhm.
maybe because
You should have used the magic glue.
I should have
The
thought of
magic
something
glue
else.
Yeah.
would have been.
It would have
fucking
been
Sovereign
like
glue.
sovereign glue. That's the initial idea. I
Yeah,
had.
sovereign
I think
glue
I was
would
going to
have
use
been
like a, or
Although
like a,
I do keep some
like a
universal solvent
C4
in my bag.
it would have been like a C4 kind of blob of putty. And then it's like, well, and then like
That's-
later on, I'm thinking to myself, well, they have a
That's what I thought you
removable
were
rod.
doing
That's how
initially.
those things work.
That's what I thought you were doing initially. Like, oh yeah, you hear these clinks on the side. I was like, oh no, they're planting C4 charges. They're gonna
I,
breach the
I was
doors.
expecting explosions too, yeah, but that's okay.
Well, they were expecting to just yank this thing off. Not have to worry about extra stuff.
An actual combat?
Yeah,
Yeah, fair enough.
that's why you guys are here.
Yeah. cool,
The
let's go.
bird.
Oh
Lies
shit!
in between the two of you. It's basically above Doya
Mhm.
and Dolrich.
Nice.
And it's like as that this is a 2D representation of your height. But it's like those two are on the same platform. You two are on the same, and then Doya is like, but it's terrible. This
Oh
thing
Big
is
no!
enough
right. This thing is
all up in our space.
right on top of you. Marble, as you've been as this thing gets closer, with your passive perception, you're able to actually notice that there's someone riding it.
Huh.
Maybe why it's a little more in command.
I will inform the party. This time.
Someone riding that thing.
Yeah.
Ah,
Such,
fuck! There's some kind of idiot on his head.
such childish imagination.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that.
Some fucker's riding it.
One to everybody. First one is
Oh, do
gonna
we get
be
attacks from the rock?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Considering height-wise, the
I got
beak is on Marble.
Great.
the beak.
Who isn't
happy you
dodging
said that.
anymore.
I'm sure it's fine.
23.
That's not fine.
Why is there a +4?
I can't avoid it.
Why is there a +4? Oh, it's strength.
It's his strength.
No? Well, his strength is a +9. Why is there a +4 in this fucking roll?
Does
Proficiency.
the bird have a proficiency?
Oh yeah, that'd probably be it. It has the yeah,
NPCs
that's
don't
right.
have proficiency, no.
It's
It,
added,
it comes with
They
proficiency.
do.
I
it's
didn't touch
added
it.
into the math, though.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, it's for the attack math. Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
says it's a +3.
13.
to- plus
The
4 to-
the
Oh, it's
calculation
based on
is
their challenge level. Right. Right.
yeah, it's 13, but it's split up in the equation. What?
This thing comes down and
Fuck.
one peck at you, beak at you.
Great.
Yep.
Write it up.
Talons.
I'm really glad I changed my mind.
You're like, no wait, why am I attacking? Hide inside the thing. Talons. First one is on Dulrich.
Okay.
Who I forgot at the time should have made a concentration check on the shot on the arrow that did hit
I'll
him.
put
which is
disadvantage
why
on
I
Dulrich
specifically made him take it.
since I think he's
But-
right beside her.
roll
Maybe.
high.
I can roll one now. I don't mind.
And she technically could have climbed the fence, but I'm doing disadvantage. We'll just take it now.
Mhm.
17.
Yep.
Oh. 20. Made your Constitution saving throw, but also, what's this?
Also, what's this?
I didn't see this.
Give me a second here. Constitution saving throw.
To maintain concentration on the flying Doya.
Yes. Here we go. Saving throw. I think I have to beat a 10, correct?
Yes.
Whoops.
Oh fuck!
Whoops.
And the sound. Perfect. Doya, make a dexterity saving throw to not fall back down onto the ground.
Wasn't she on top of the cart anyway?
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. For some reason, I had pictured her like kind of being off to the side because he was standing at the edge.
Should I still do the saving throw?
Nah, don't worry about it.
'Kay.
You land on the side, but you're not flying anymore.
Oh damn it!
Does that mean she's out of range of the bird?
No, but the rock cannot use its talons on another target unless somebody. No, he's just grappled.
I mean, he
just
can choose not
grappled.
to grapple and use the talons again.
I suppose.
I could be grappled. Whatever you want.
It'd be more hilarious if I had actually grappled the fucking turtle. Eaten by a bird, a thing, eaten by this, dropped by that. I should have thought of that. If I had seen this spell grapple, I would have actually aimed for you. Nah, Delric is grappled. He's like pinned to the ground, and his like the claws are scraping him up. Yeah, that'll be his turn. Its turn. It flew over.
Am I grappled?
You are grappled.
Okay. Just a quick point of reference. From where I'm grappled, can I see someone on the rock?
Not you.
Okay.
You're underneath the thing.
Yeah.
Marble's at a different angle, higher up, and is able to and has a high enough passive perception. You just see the belly of this thing. Smearf. We got you?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah, like you say, your last turn you would have snapped the rod down, or wherever it would have fucking been, to prevent the cart from moving.
Yeah.
This thing's probably listing on a weird ass angle too. Wait, if the thing doesn't stick to where it is, how is Marble's rod holding it up?
Not. We're saying.
That's not what we're saying. Well, Marvel's rod is preventing it from going up. Nothing is holding it up.
Right. That's right.
At this point, it would drop down to meet
They're
the rods.
different. They're different fucking things. They stitch.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I don't feel like changing the narrative at this point.
Whatever they're touching is
these ones
stuck in place.
These are
That's
sticky
fair.
ones.
These are sticky ones. You know what?
Maybe they have a universal solvent, or they have a glue on the end of it, and it's already an immovable rock.
See, that's
actually genius. When you think about it, I like that.
Because it's too far into this fucking narrative at this point to change it.
Fair enough.
So is the roof torn off this thing at this point, or
giant claws tore hole into the sides of it, but it never got to a point where it ripped it apart.
Okay, just because I was like trying to think if there's a way I could see the bird from here, do stuff to it.
Basically, this and here and here.
But I don't really have a way to go out except through the doors.
Yeah.
And
that door is wide open.
Goddamn box.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, there aren't any windows on the front end. There are windows along the sides of this, but not where it technically is right here. So.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much about the distance of these carts. I didn't draw them at all to any kind of scale. Well, so if you want to say you make it over there and you run and you're 30 feet, that's probably fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Smith would just run over to the other door, I guess.
Yeah. You're up. Door's lower than you.
I know that.
But that thing's higher, and its claw is on door. You could see its claw, I'll say. You just see a big claw pinning Dora to the thing, while there's you wouldn't see the guy behind him, and Doy is beside it. She kind of is probably like in between one of the claws, as it's mostly on Doric. It hasn't taken off with him yet.
Can I at least see 3 people?
Marbles in front of you.
Well, I'm saying, I can actually see them.
You can probably see some portion of them.
Good enough. I'm gonna bless those 3.
Sure.
My next patron's gonna be a rock. I'm gonna come back with feathers.
Marble's looking pretty bad, just saying.
Is he? Oh yeah, right. He got by that.
He got
shit.
fucking nuked.
He got beat.
Damn it! I don't.
I'm looking bloodied myself.
And then there's this guard just in the corner going, "Ah!"
Shut up! We're busy.
He's no fucking idea what you're dealing with outside. He doesn't want to know. He's probably like crawling down the back.
The positioning is a bit weird because there's like 2 fronts, but I'm basically standing right in front of you right here.
Yes.
Yeah, but Smears is like, look, you're not dying, so calm down.
This is just like because Marble and technically I'll do this just to kind of indicate that these 2 are higher,
right,
up than Doya,
thing is,
but you are sideways.
Do I have prepared?
So welcome to fighting in 3 dimensions.
Technically, it's like this.
Yeah.
Remember my 3-dimensional fight map? That was interesting.
Gosh.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast. Damn, it's not that great in comparison, but I don't have any. I have it's only a range. It's the only ranged healing spell I have, so I'm going to cast Healing Word, I guess.
I'm not. I'm right in front of you.
Oh wait, I am
He had-
actually within touching range of you. I thought you were outside. That's why.
I'm right in front of you.
You went into the cart?
No, but like the door's open.
Yeah, the door's open, but he's 12 feet up on a cart, and there is a walking space in between, right? You are here.
But I'm right in front of the door. That's where I put the thing, and that's where I'm standing.
Either way,
Smith is gonna
he's
jump off the
12
cart.
feet up, so I'm set, like...
No, I'm. Okay.
He does the cargo thing he is on is 12 feet tall. You're
But-
only like what, 5?
I'm on the cargo too.
The box
Oh,
inside the
He's
cargo.
in the box. I'm sorry.
He's on top of the box you guys dragged here.
I forgot about the box. It's my fault.
That's okay.
Well, we got a fourth dimension here. We got
Yeah,
Another
if Smurf
dimension
can reach
inside.
him- If Smurf can reach him by jumping
You
off the box,
probably
he'll
have
do
to
that,
jump
yeah.
down, which I think with your boots isn't that much of an issue.
Yeah, so
Just jump down into the wounded guy. It'll collapse.
Make a
your-
dexterity saving
soften
throw
your
just to
fall.
see if you land on your feet or not.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Just
There's
misunderstanding.
a lot of shit going on, so don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
I completely forgot about the fucking box.
The
Yeah,
whole,
the whole thing that
reason
we're
you're
here to
here.
protect.
The whole thing we're here to guard.
yeah,
So you fall on your face.
flop, but he'll reach out a hand to touch more.
You grab him. You grab his ankle. You only took 1 damage.
Marble deals 1 damage, huh?
No, he fell on it. Smear takes 1 damage falling.
Marble deals 1 damage, huh?
Oh no, it just says 1d6.
Marbles
It
is
doesn't say
gravity.
deal.
All right, where's the?
Marble did a d6.
Marble, also known by his other name, Gravity.
I was gonna make a joke, but it would be creepy because of the fact that he's a child.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably.
It's like,
Maybe you
So
don't want
make
to
it-
mention how attractive he is.
okay, I'm glad you knew where I was going.
Well, once you mentioned it, yes.
And how much does it get for this level? I mean, because it's a third
Like, I
level
was
spell.
sitting here desperately trying to think of like, all right,
So I
how
think
can I
it's
still
five?
do this and not
it's
make it
five.
creepy? Nope, there's no way. It's not possible. Can look
I
at
was
the next
remember
one.
this. Okay.
When you introduced your character, I was toying around with the idea of like Marble being afraid of him because he reminded him of like a notorious guy that every kid in the streets knew not to get near.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I ended up not going for it. I thought it was too dark. But
Yeah, that's fair. I'd have laughed at it. But,
Have you ever
whatever.
seen?
you would, yeah.
Have you ever seen The
Solid.
Office? Where
You gain 23 HP.
That's some healing.
I like that. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Slam dunks a muffin in the mouth, face
Yep,
plants on
pretty
the
much.
floor.
Yeah, as he's, yeah.
Basically, I like to imagine how it works. either
Splat as your
physically do it,
hand is dotted like.
Or if you can't reach your mouth, when he touches you, a muffin would just appear in your mouth, like kind of like just almost like.
All right. All right. What is
Okay, good. Now I'm ready to
soul
eat my
knife?
next attack.
What is the soul knife gonna do?
Nothing. He runs away. 'cause
got
he
enough
knows
of
he's
this shit.
outmatched.
And he leaves.
Can I just make a statement as
Mhm.
a free action amidst the combat? I'll just pose a question. While grappled by the rock, I'll say, if you're both the master thief, which one of you is the best? Hopefully they'll turn on each other.
Oh my gosh.
I don't say that. I don't know their master thief.
Let's try out Smear's new armor.
Master Thief.
Mister on
Master
prone
Chief.
on the ground.
I was thinking
Does
Master
a 25
Chief.
hit?
Yeah, 25 will still hit. I mean,
It's like a stealth.
his AC is
Spartan.
a 20. It's not.
So as
amazing.
you flop to the ground, Marble, you see his eyes shift, and the stab goes down on your on your healer. So short sword damage plus
Short sword.
schneck attack.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's so
Technically,
good.
I probably should. No, it says 1d6.
Says what he
Wait,
said.
it says
No,
40
that's
sits on
it says
my.
46. That's wrong.
That was a short sword damage. That's for. Oh, it just doesn't roll, I guess. Here, I'll just split this button.
Ooh,
All right.
18
that's a
damage.
lot. That's
Well,
a lot
you know,
of
that's
damage.
not as bad as it could be.
I'm grappled by a large, gigantic bird.
Sucks to be you.
I don't
Yeah,
think
sounds like
I
a
have
you
the
problem.
strength to break that grapple. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe you need someone with a crowbar.
16. The second
I
psychic
can't get out
blade
there.
does not pierce your armor.
There's a ladder.
I'm stuck inside. I'm not,
Um,
but I'm still gonna say.
As he shifts inside. No, he can't move in through, but what he can do.
With every copper.
Can you cast
Now,
Revivify
technically,
on
he
yourself?
already did.
If you're thinking of Riven's Queen blessing, that's once per day.
Now, technically, I did have him made a sight an attack with his bonus action, so that's not gonna happen.
Don't look at me like that. Don't look at
Alright.
me like that.
He just stabs down on Smear for a couple times. Who's like technically right beside you.
That's cool. Just knock everything over next to me. That's fine.
Yeah, that'll be his turn. Doya.
All right,
Don't worry,
Doya heard the call that there
Rocket.
was somebody was on top of the rock, so
Yes.
she makes this something that whoever's on top of the rock is controlling it. So, is she able to climb up on the rock where she's at, or
You
begin
would
to?
have to attempt to. That would be a probably decent athletics check or acrobatics.
I'm gonna do athletics.
This thing is also very huge, so you'll be able to get half speed because you don't have a climbing speed. Go ahead.
We get the straight. Doya is climbing the rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
12.
That's not enough. You can get like on top of it the claw that's holding Doric, and like you can't get too much. This thing is moving around enough. You can't really get up its leg. The thief that is behind the claw that is pinning Doric down uses half of his movement to stand up. Looks up with the bird, looks at you, looks past to see what the fuck's going on over there. Well, this is much of a shit show, isn't it?
No. I don't know. I had nothing. I'm not at 100% today here. Alright?
Arvin on the ground is just like nodding his head sagely.
And he goes last. That's for him. He can't do anything.
So would that be considered action or movement?
That would be your action to kind of try and move up it.
All right, so I can't really move much else, or can I?
Yeah, you
okay.
didn't get very far up it.
Okay.
Slide.
All right. I guess that'll be it for Doya for now.
Okay.
But she's gonna say that she's gonna try to get at the person on top of the rock. She tells that to her friends.
Okay.
Including
And her enemies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heroes speak a different language.
Mass. Yeah, it's like Thief can, but
Mhm.
it's Heroes chant. It's like how a song sounds really inspiring and brave, but it's really brave. So Robin ran away.
Does a 21 hit you, Bedoya?
Yes.
All right. As the bolt Bedoya's its way into your, you're climbing up. It's like the guy behind you hears all that. He aims his crossbow at you, and technically has an ally that you're trying to climb within 5 feet of it. So let's see that damage.
That's the sound of a crossbow bolt
7.
entering her shell. Badoy.
I keep. Okay, not too much, but you took 16 points of damage.
Yeesh.
Oh, oh, what's this?
No.
Oh, that
That's
doesn't
short
take
sword.
into account because that's short sword.
What's this?
I just saw multi attack, and technically the other guy has a different
Short
function.
sword.
So
Gotcha.
no, don't worry about this.
Okay.
He's not using his sword. He's using a crossbow, so he shot you for 19 damage, or for what was it, 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't
Yeesh.
like that.
I don't think we should have fought a rock, guys.
You're talking about we have a really good chance of beating it. Let's go.
Dune.
So if I move outside and see that Doya was attempting to climb it before she got shot, can I make it to the rocks to try to climb it? Because
You
I'm
can't
not
really
about to
see
be-
Doya at all. She is
Well-
above you.
well,
Get
so,
up there.
Well, because this thing's on the other side, right? So like,
No,
he'd
this
have
thing is literally above you right now.
Yeah,
so
we're.
he'd have to go outside, and if he looked up, would he be able to see her?
Ah, I see what you're saying.
You went up front. She would be not at the angle. No. No, it's
I
tall,
don't fucking
and
get how
she's
jack
further
shit
in.
this
She's
is
not
working
clinging
right
to
now.
its main body right now. She's like on its
No,
leg.
on its foot, basically. She got on top of its foot, which is here.
So she's not high enough for you to
Technically,
see her from down
above
there.
where, like, the talons probably pierced into the roof above your head as it grappled into.
Yeah,
Arvin.
I don't get how any of this shit is going on up here in relation. So yeah, I wasn't sure if I when I stepped.
No, you wouldn't be able to see
now
her.
I want to climb the damn thing.
You can climb up.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
very
yeah.
little room up there. There's a claw.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. If he
well-
if he can climb up there and then like he sees that Doya is attempting to climb it, he's definitely gonna try to get a hold on because he's not about to be outdone by Doya. Plus, I got this potion of hill giant strength. I may as well fucking use it.
I mean, if you want to use it, you might as well try the free Dalric. Arvin.
No, fine. So can I get out there and try to help our resident dwarf out of their pickle?
Yeah, you can climb up.
Doya's
Okay.
also trying to make herself be a target by trying to climb this thing, make them
Try not
concerned.
to make your icon appear above, but it won't let me. Whatever, we'll just leave it like that. So you can climb up there.
Then maybe athletics to help out.
At this point, everybody's up above, so we'll get everything to be a little more clear on top.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Okay.
there's no one below, basically. This guy ain't fucking here. You can get up.
So athletics to help Doric.
Let's see what that DC was. Let me scroll back up. You would use your athletics to attempt to break the grapple, yes.
Okay, and it'll be two higher.
With a crowbar?
Yeah.
Two
no, fair
higher
enough,
would be enough because it required a 19.
Fair enough.
Nice. So I'm free.
Buff ass fucking Dune comes up and just
Just
peels that
he
claw
lands it.
up.
Yeah, there's both the talons upwards. Just like. "Roar!"
Popeyes it.
He fucking looks at his biceps. Nice, isn't it?
I do.
All right.
All right, go on, I got rest of this.
Oh my gosh.
I'd say that's most of your movement and your action.
Yeah.
Marble.
Marble is not up to fighting the rock. Marble is going to reach down and deactivate the rod,
Okay.
and therefore make the cargo cart crash back down to Earth.
Yeah. Well, that side of it at least.
That side of it, at least.
That was a lower side too, so. Thankfully, no one's standing down there anymore.
Yep.
All right, so that does that.
Does that? I
Can
don't
I-
have. There's no falling damage or anything.
There's going to be a dexterity saving throw from all of you. Smearf,
What?
from
I have-
Smearf, the
Just near
thief, and
Finning,
you.
right?
Well,
Okay.
the thief as well.
Sure.
Everyone on that cart.
Okay. I just heard all of you and I was like, what?
Well, all of you on that cart.
Okay. Okay. Dexterity saving throw, or can I do an acrobatics check? It's a +7 either way. I don't care. Oh wait,
Either
no.
way-
If it's an acrobatics, I get advantage.
Sure, you can do acrobatics. You're aware of what
I'm
you're
aware
doing.
of that happening.
Yeah.
So how securely is this cargo attached to it now that it's at an angle?
It's been at an angle for a while now.
Well, it's more severe now. So.
We just changed the angle.
Even with a 2. He fucking rolling shit on his side die, and he's spent 3 of them so far. How many does he have? I don't think he has a lot.
3.
I think
Equal
you
to
can roll.
twice your proficiency, so he has 8.
Side-eye? Isn't that what?
Yeah.
Is that an evolution of side-eye?
Psionic knack dice.
Okay, gotcha. Boy.
Smirf, how would you like you to...
Your
Well,
dog.
he's actually
No, I was
already
talking about
prone on the
He's
ground.
already pro.
Oh, did I get
So
thrown
as
on the
this
ground
thing... No,
when I
you're
was
on...
released?
You were on the ground. You haven't.
Yeah,
gone
it
yet.
never took you off with you.
Gotcha.
So he'll actually fall prone and off. Just for lulz, let's see if Smirf... You're already on the ground?
Yeah, already on the ground.
So I... Roll a dexterity saving throw. Because if you roll well, this will be hilarious.
He'll go
This is
from
totally
on the
my
ground to
ability.
standing up.
It's not like this is my dump stat or anything.
10. About it. As the thing drops out from underneath you, you just kind of go, "What?" and land on your feet.
Nice.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
It dropped. Well, would have dropped like 8 feet down. Do you want to pause it here?
Sure.
Because it is 11 o'clock.
Sure. I'll just finish my turn so I don't forget. But after this, I'm just gonna go inside the wagon.
Sure.
The
And the other guy
set up
fell
to wait
off
for them.
basically. So
Yeah.
well, this thing's fucking warped.
Yeah, if you really
This
think
one
about like
probably
everything,
wouldn't have
it's
gotten to the ground. This side would have only gone down a little bit because the other side is being held up 12 feet off the ground.
yeah, like if you think about everything this thing's actually had to go through, like
That's why it's
It's pretty
reinforced
fucked up.
fucking metal. This thing was meant to withstand shit. It probably wasn't meant to be bent. You guys are
Yeah.
bending and warping and bending and warping this.
and can we get a shout out to our resident guard who is inside as the entire card around him? He's like level 1 or 2, and this entire fucking thing is warping around in like fucking Magneto's nightmare. And like there's these horrific noises outside of this bird. Like he's gotta be terrified. I feel bad for Fred.
No, the guy who was scared of birds ran away on the first stop.
Also, I just want to point out, like, oh, Sealy, I still don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
In the very you
I
run in,
remember.
you would have met him on the very first mission.
escort?
One of the guards got afraid and ran away from the pterodactyl people.
Oh.
He was a new hiree. He was then given another job to watch over this orc. We don't know where the fuck he came from, but watch over him.
Oh, that's
One orc decides to go on a pilgrimage across the fucking country, and he's like, "God damn it, I'm doing this! Oh God!" And
That was the
he
same guy?
Got this poor sap keeps giving jobs, and he's like, "No, I'm not cut out for this. I can't do it, especially after being dragged." And then he's, "Oh yeah, fine. Well, something real easy. Work on the train." And then he sees you fuckers.
Well,
Again.
I have to admit, he's the smartest person on that train.
Yeah, he sees you guys again.
'Cause he's
you were
not on
there
the
at the
train.
beginning.
Yeah.
He was there when the fucking orc, and he's like, "I'm out of here, you guys. Something's gonna happen." Every time,
100%
We're
right.
bad news.
yeah, every time he ran into him,
It's like we're the
this
protagonists
poor
of
kid
a
just
story.
wanted to fucking. He just wanted to get a
You know,
job
In
somewhere.
a way, I saved him. I'm a hero.
Oh yeah.